I guess that's where we're going to start.
Not quite done.
Hello and well met to today's episode of the Nerds of the North. Well, a bunch of us Michiganders brave the cold weather and make it to a wood shop to play Dungeons and Dragons. This is the episode 1 for our new campaign. Yay!
Excitement is.
So, compared to last campaign, I think we put up four or five videos of last campaign plus a one-shot. We have a couple new faces in the crowd. I don't know if you can see them.
Hello.
Hello. You guys, I mean, we can go around the room and introduce ourselves for all the new people showing up. So I guess we'll start here and I'll end it.
All right. Name's Ian, and I'm here to party.
Cool.
I'm Bex, and I'm also here to party.
I'm Molly, and I'm here.
I'm Eric. Cold drinks, cold beer, even in cold weather is still a good thing.
Perfect. Derek is going to show up later, and we currently have the twins. Matt will show up on Discord later, and Andrew is not going to be here probably for the next 2 sessions, so this session and next session, just because of stuff. So he'll show up later. And I am Stephen Vaco, your dungeon master, the creator and narrator of this universe. Anybody got anything to add to all that nonsense?
I don't think there's enough seasoning as there used to be on the Dots home-style pretzels.
Very
Original.
important stuff.
Just throw out. Just
Well, now they're not going
plug.
to sponsor us.
I know.
Dang
Well,
it,
I don't
man.
want them to unless they return to the amount of seasoning. I used to love that margarine butter goodness, but
My bag is going to stay unopened. I'm going to open my Cheetos instead.
yeah,
Ooh.
I don't blame you. Oh, you got them too.
I
They're so good.
got straight different
Oh,
pretzels. Sorry,
God.
I didn't
It's-
get the memo.
It's a pretzel theme.
Pretzels
I
for
don't know how you
days.
guys like pretzels. Like
Well,
salty.
Don't like
I
pretzels.
wanted something that wasn't unhealthy, but wasn't like super healthy.
Pretzels is a
It's
good
very-
in between.
Yeah.
Very vague, and I like it.
Yeah.
I thought you were vegan, so I was going to bring Oreos, and then they didn't have Oreos. I'm like, how can you not have
This is
Oreos?
what happens when you joke in the text
I'm
thread.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
think we got some more. I think Derek left.
I'm
us some stuff.
anti-vegan.
Anti-vegan. Well, there goes half our.
I'm sorry.
Ah,
It's fine if this all fails and YouTube kicks us off. We'll just go to Rumble. So
We can get ready.
I don't either.
actually, we already have a Rumble account. Did you know that?
No.
I've been posting all the videos to Rumble too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if you guys don't see us on YouTube or decide you want to go to Rumble instead, we're there too as the Nerds of the North. Same logo and everything. So
What about Twitch?
I don't think so, but that's a good idea. We should definitely do that.
Okay.
Yes, I think we have now Instagram,
TikTok.
TikTok. We'll get all the stuff and I'll post them down below.
links in the description
Lick-
below.
No, we're not doing that. Give us a like and
Basically what you just said.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
gonna be links.
Well, yeah, all of our
Wow.
social media will be down there so that we can interact with us if you.
Do we have a
so
Twitter
choose.
account?
No, I don't have a Twitter. Do you have a
Twitter.
Twitter?
Who has Twitter?
I've never used
No,
Twitter.
because I was
I have a
wondering if
Twitter
we
and
could
I don't
use if we signed up as in a Twitter account and see if we could get the hashtag NOTN for Nerds of the North.
Yeah,
And then
Nuts.
that would also cross-platform with the rest of it.
for sure. For sure.
Cast the net wide.
Well, we'll make sure to do that before I post this video so that way nobody steals it.
It's ours.
Right.
Nuts. All right. I guess without further ado, we will go ahead and jump in to today's episode of the Nerds of the North.
Yay!
Our intro music.
Yeah, we need some like, fireworks. And
We need like some teenager on drums. That would just dun dun.
just like the logo or something like that. Like, come.
That'd be cool.
Which reminds me, you guys, if you guys ever need like input as like to what you want to add to like the logo, we can definitely do that. Because if you notice around the circle, it's all like our different hobbies and nerd stuff,
Yeah.
like books
Yeah.
and like this, like D&D sword and the dice and all that stuff. So, yeah,
For
give
sure.
us your input and we'll throw something in there.
Throw it in.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's do this. Introduction. I wrote it out last night. Make sure I proofread it. Not much is known of the time before the Chaos Wars, or even what really happened during the war that shaped the material plane to what it is today. What is known, however, what was born from the ashes of the old world. 5 kingdoms emerged and forged an alliance that would last for thousands of years. These kingdoms always aided each other in times of great sorrow and strife. It would seem nothing could break this alliance until recent events. 7 years ago, the kingdom of the humans and the Elven kingdom had a magical and technological breakthrough that brought into being the Warforged. At first, these new marvels were used for meaningless tasks, but soon were adapted into all aspects of these two kingdoms' societies. For several years, these two kingdoms prospered, but then the day of reckoning came. Lost my train of track. In the other 3 kingdoms, only rumors were heard of mass destruction on a scale too hard to comprehend. As the weeks passed, the rumors became true, for the Warforged turned on their creators and utterly destroyed their masters' kingdoms. As the news of the destruction reached the kingdom of the gnomes, it was already too late. The tech armies of the gnomes fought hard, but in vain, as the Warforged swept through their lands almost unchallenged. Not all was lost, for the tech army was able to give just enough time for the people to escape to the Dravanian Empire. Dravania, a mixed empire of all races, prepared for the attack. And on the eve of the invasion, they waited and waited. For 5 years, Dravania waited for the onslaught, but none came. Many of the refugees have settled in the lands of Dravania, but life is rough. With such an influx of people, resources are scarce and good-paying jobs are impossible to find. Most people have to depend on criminals or the black market to survive. With such a massive power vacuum, those with aspirations stepped in to fill the void. In the capital city of New Haven, our journey begins. A massive city with miles of slums sits on the edge of the empire. Here, in the heart of the city, sits a 2-story building, where in the first floor lobby, an old crotchety turtle sits behind a desk, waiting for her master's guests to arrive. I need you all to roll for initiative.
Oh God! All right, okay. All right, let's do this. Oh man, this is the first roll of the campaign.
Okay. I like that. See how you do, man.
Oh, let's see.
It's like literally right in the middle.
I gotta roll my good die. All right, first roll of the campaign.
Your good die.
Like, well, I mean, it's got a boat. It's got a
It's
boat.
got
It's got a boat. It's got to be good news.
First roll.
Oh, it's okay. It's a
Thank you.
15. That's pretty good. That's
Good.
okay.
That's probably
Wow.
higher than all your other rolls combined in the last campaign.
I got 16 with a +1.
Do you need a set?
Yeah, I've got some extra dice
Yeah,
if you need them.
Yeah, that'd be
both
great.
do.
We're dice goblins.
Dice goblins.
So,
Oh,
I mean,
Oh, you
You
got
put your hands to your face, kind of like a goblin too, like that. Kind of remind me of like a.
your.
You looked like a Gringotts banker there for a moment too.
Oh gosh.
That's very
Thank
nice
you.
of you, Eric.
let me get this whole set.
Ah.
If there's 7 of them, you got
We're
it.
at a dry erase marker.
I have 6.
I don't know.
Which one am I missing?
What happened to
there
my
it is,
small
there it is,
board?
there it is.
The
There it is.
D20, the
D20.
important one.
So there you go.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Ah, I have something for you. That's
A cough
okay.
drop. How exciting.
I thought it was one of these. Oh, it's not.
Instead of a delicious Tootsie Roll,
Such
you
an
Right.
get
honor.
a cough.
Oh,
Like 2 weeks ago, I talk all day long. I started losing my voice. So I was like, all right, well,
Oh my gosh.
I lived off these
The
in basic
name?
training.
I believe it.
Kale.
They didn't allow candy. They didn't allow anything else. But what they did allow was cough
No,
drops
like
because the
kale.
medical
Kale
people
like
had to
you.
let them have cough drops.
That's hilarious.
Cough drops are awesome.
And so we sat and during the Death by PowerPoint, we'd sit there and watch PowerPoints. And the only way to stay awake was to cough drops every 5 seconds.
I believe it. I just sit there.
I don't know what to do.
Well, the question is killed.
I haven't looked. I don't really. I'm not looking at fingers. It's just kind of more fun. Just really fast.
Okay. 25 to 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
What's it have to add?
20 to 15.
16.
Yeah.
I think I'm on track. It's been like 3 years of that.
15 and 10.
11.
You're low.
What'd you do? Are you taking my place for bad rolls? You are the cleric now.
Don't friggin' say it.
I feel bad because you used my die to do it.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's why I left it in purgatory over there.
Honestly, I think it's like a D&D, like just a normal thing where all the clerics, no matter who they are, roll low, no matter what it is.
You know, I can
My
confirm
first
my
cleric-
cleric
my
always
first cleric
rolls
rolled
low.
really
I roll low on healing.
Note to self. Don't be a cleric.
Oh,
They are fun.
fun.
I just like fighting.
Clerics are fun.
Yeah, but you also have the whole party that's like, don't fight, don't
Wow.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to balance that quite a bit because I was like, I really want to throw like a really mean spell. I'm like, but I've got to heal that guy. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
What are
First up,
we fighting?
Bex.
Yeah.
I don't think we're fighting anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want that one.
You are standing in front of this 2-story medieval style building. Double doors in the front, windows on either side of the doors. Looking up and down the street, you can see the cobblestone street kind of spanning out, going towards the left, towards the market, and then right, you see a kind of winding up towards where the heart of the gem of the city lies. A area of the city where most of the elite and the political affiliated sit behind massive stone walls off to your right. Looking up, you can see several sentries flying above you on giant pterodactyls flying above you, pretty high up there, and then kind of a wedge formation. Well, that's not really concerning since day-to-day functions, just that seems to be normal. However, you kind of sit there and you can feel your heart rate kind of increase a little bit more as you stare at this now 2-story building, knowing that you need to go inside for whatever awaits you. What do you want to do?
Go inside.
Okay. Would you like to describe your character?
Tasmina is average height. She's got bronze skin, dark curly black hair. Just kind of the normal, darker toned clothes. Yeah.
Okay. And your name was what?
Tasmina?
Tasmina. You walk in and you see kind of a pretty big sized room. Chairs on either sides of the walls, kind of surrounding, and in the center, kind of like what looks like almost like a waiting area. Nice plush, actually very nice looking lobby area. Something that you probably haven't seen before. Nice reds and purples, cloths and stuff across the chairs, kind of padded chairs as well. Something that you're like, okay, that's weird. Why would they put cushions into a chair? But you look up and you can see the desk there, kind of a fairly old-looking turtle stands behind this desk, and she seems to be looking down at whatever's in front of you, kind of writing something out on some pieces of paper. Behind you, you can see kind of a stairway that kind of leads up into the second story. What do you want to do?
Is there anything for me to steal?
There's a chair next to you.
I'd like to steal a chair.
Like, no.
Firewood.
But she got a letter to come here. Okay. Did you tell me what the letter said?
It was most like an appointment date.
Okay.
We know what you like that, and
Okay. So she goes up to the portal. Says, I believe I have an appointment.
Turtle very slowly looks up at you, licks her chops. She reaches over very slowly, kind of reaches underneath the desk. She holds up a sign that says, "Name?" Question mark.
Tasmina?
She puts the sign back down,
Lord, Freddy.
writes down, looks like,
Dash.
and she starts writing out. Looks like she's writing out. It takes her a long time to write out Tasmina.
Should just give it
And you just kind of sit there like,
I can write it for you if you need me to.
she just looks up at you.
No.
And then she reaches underneath. and
You
she
can
goes-
keep going, it's fine.
She looks like she grabs something on, and she pulls up another sign, and it says, "Sit." And she puts it back down.
I go and sit down very awkwardly on this cushioned thing.
It seems way too comfortable.
Yes, I don't like it.
That's when you hear the door open. Opens up, and you see before you. Ian, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah, I am a crooked, hunched woman. I appear to be human. I'm pretty. I don't look too good. Someone has obviously used my face as a fence post maker, and I have the hunched. I look like a hag, basically. But I'm not very old. I'm probably like early 40s. Haggard.
Ooh.
I look pretty. Dish rag colored hair, very lank and.
Does she have it's like an off-gray colored skin, or is it like just normal like pink, white skin? Or
I mean, yeah, I guess it's a little off gray. Yeah. I mean, it matches the rest of me that appears to be dishwater gray.
Do you have anything I can steal?
Oh, goodness.
I mean, I got let's see what I have.
What a way to start.
I gotta know.
I've got a club.
Hmm.
It's not like a walking stick. I just kind of walk with my club.
Ugh.
It looks like a pretzel twist.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
You walk in and you see before you a fairly young-looking woman off to your right-hand side, kind of looking at you, like eyeballing you.
I will eyeball her back. I'll give her some side eye.
And
She
before
doesn't look
you,
away.
you see a very old-looking turtle at a desk, and as you open the door, she slowly looks up at you. It looks like she's smacking her gums.
I will pull out a hard candy chew, and I'll hand it to her.
She reaches for it, and she takes it. Is it in a wrapper?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
She takes it down.
like one of those really obnoxiously loud ones.
And it just takes forever as she's constantly, and then she finally goes, like that awkward, like smacking, like sound. She goes, reaches underneath the desk, grabs a sign, and it says, name?
You can call me Maudry. Mama Maudry.
She goes down. And she continues to write out Mama Maudry, like the entire name, like Mama Maudry. And then she goes, reaches again, lifts up a sign that says, sit.
I will take a seat across from you.
All right, sit on the opposite side, kind of staring at each other awkwardly. It's kind of weird. That's when you hear the door. And you see enter Molly.
Yes.
Would you like to describe your character?
Yes. She is a satyr, so she's about 5 feet tall. She's got tan skin, black hair. It's kind of beach wavy. Green eyes. Her fur is black, like her hair. And she's kind of dressed a little sailory. She's like got short breeches on and a corset with a kind of flowy shirt. And she's got a lot of flowers in her hair. Flowers.
Yeah, you walk in and you look off to your right. You see this young lady off to your right hand side. You kind of look over to the left and go, ugh! And you see kind of this old lady, like crouchy, like, like just staring at you.
Hello.
And you're kind of like taken aback at that. But then you look over and you see a very old looking portal staring at you, just like staring.
Still working on that.
Still working on whatever she has in her mouth. You're not sure what it is, but it sounds disgusting.
Great.
I'm sorry.
Well, I would probably assume I need to go over there, so I'll go over there.
You clop over to the desk. You're like just at the desk, so you like kind of sit like just below it, because it's kind of slanted. It's not like a desk,
okay.
but it's kind of slanted, so
One
you
of
can't
those.
quite see. Yeah, you can't quite see what. I mean, if they're tall, like Bex, she would be able to see like what she's like what's writing and what she's writing. But
Yeah.
your height, you're like at that point where it's like.
Yeah, I'll do that thing where you put your hands on the top and just kind of tiptoes, like,
Oh,
hello.
She
that's
looks,
so cute.
She looks over at you and she goes, name.
Taz is getting so annoyed.
Oh, you're about to get even more annoyed. It's Jalathia. I can spell it for you if you want. It's kind of complicated. It's Z.
She grabs down and she pulls up another sign that says, please.
Okay.
She goes back down.
Z. H.
It's adorable.
Y.
Oh God.
I don't think I'm not going to be a quill. That's hilarious. W.
And this continues on.
Yes. Oh, you don't want to spell the whole thing?
Was ZHY?
ZHYWAETHIA.
I know I have it on here, but I'm going to start calling you Z from now on. And after you finish, she's like, reaches down underneath, grabs another sign that says, sit.
Okay. Go sit.
Puts it down. So where do you sit? Do you sit next to
Probably sit next to Mama.
Like I'm not giving you a bad eye. It's just I have a bad eye.
Yeah.
It's like a Fomorian with a giant.
Yeah,
eye.
I
It's like death eye. Like,
Someone used like a pump on part of my face.
Oh gosh.
And as you sit, you kind of sit there quietly in the room. All you hear is coming from the side of the room where she's sitting. And that's when you hear the door open again. You look over and you see Eric. Would you like to describe your character?
Human, about 6 foot tall, blonde hair, tan skin, and eyes that are brown, but they almost look black. They're so dark. Wearing mail, carrying a mace in his back, and he's also carrying a shield, which if you see the emblem on the shield, it's a green eye inside a red diamond. And I step inside.
You step in, you look over, and you see to your left an old lady. Kind of looks like a hag. Actually, she looks okay. And then off to the right, right after her left, you see a fawn standing there, and kind of a celery, like flowers in her hair. And then you look over to your right, and you see a young lady standing there looking at you. And at the edge of the room, you also see a very old lady, old turtle staring at you, licking her chops, seemingly has finished whatever was in her mouth.
Hi, do I talk to you?
She watches you, reaches underneath,
She needs your name,
grabs.
and then you sit.
And
My
then
name, and then I sit.
Yes, give her your name. She'll spell it out really slow.
It says yes. So she's about 5 seconds behind.
Oh gosh.
Hi, my name's Wink.
She puts the sign down. Very slowly writes out
So excited for this.
wing.
Wink.
10 minutes later.
Then she goes, reaches underneath,
Now you sit down. Oh,
and pulls up a sign that says, sit.
buddy.
Thank you very much.
That reminds you of the what's it? If you watched, was that Chris Santa Claus 2?
Oh yeah.
With the
the
fake-
fake
The
Santa.
fake Santa. Hi, I'm Santa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Trying to be real, but not.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Sus.
Sus.
it's
I love
not
it.
just a little off, it's way off, baby.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Just parentheses,
sus.
Going from a deadpan wizard to just super happy.
I love it.
I can't wait to see how this turns.
This is gonna be true.
I didn't know anything about this, so this is all a surprise to me too. All right, you sit down. He's texting.
He just said he's gonna be later than he thought.
Is that what you said?
That's what he's texting.
Okay, that's fine. I'll catch up.
I mean, if we go at the rate of the turtle, we'll be fine.
Yep. You guys sit
Thanks.
there for a moment. And you sit there. And sit there. Until finally you start hearing footsteps above you. It seems to be going towards the stairs. And then you see before you a little pitter patter of looks like little dragon claws kind of come down the stairs. And it gets about halfway, looks down and goes, "You can come up now." And you see this kobold. Dressed, like leathers, nice looking leathers, kind of a vest. Looks like a leather vest under like a white surcoat. Pants that kind of go down to his like mid knees, not quite all the way down to his ankles, but like to his knees. Kind of a light blue color. He goes, "Oh, you guys can come up now, all right?" And he kind of turns up and he goes back up the steps.
We all go together. It's like wait.
Okay.
Looks like it is all of us.
So it's like,
You watch as the turtle reach down,
Oh
grabs
gosh.
something,
is it a
no.
yes?
and then he goes, up.
Up.
It just says
Oh.
up.
Oh,
It's a new one.
okay.
Alright.
Well, what's our marching order?
Taz will go first.
I'll follow in the middle. So I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, go after you.
You go upstairs.
Looks like just me.
Come on.
You go. You go upstairs. You go up the stairs, and you see kind of a. The upstairs looks a lot bigger than you would think. Maybe that it looks almost as if they've extended the house somehow
Hmm.
in the interior. Because you walk up there and it's not as big as the first floor. It seems a lot bigger than the first floor. You see this kind of a long hallway with different rooms off to your right and stuff on your right and your left. Nice wood flooring, great, wonderfully carved beams and trusses across the entire structure. Very rich wood. And you see before you, kind of down the hallway, a door. Nice wooden mahogany door. Well carved, well riveted. And you see the Cobalt kind of just sitting there with the door, kind of holding the door. It's a very heavy door. He kind of just sits there and he goes, "All right, you guys, this way."
Okay.
You guys,
In we
All
go.
the other
follow.
doors are closed.
yeah.
We got to keep you away from them, don't we?
I just need to know where ins and outs are. Jeez, man.
You walk down the hallway and you walk into this very nice looking study. Very different ornaments, pictures across the walls. Very beautiful desk sits there, and behind the desk it looks like a black leather chair, kind of that's facing away from you, out. And it looks like it's facing outside a window of some kind. But the window itself almost looks foggy. You can't really quite see outside. It just mostly looks like it lets in light, but nothing can really be seen through it. The desk is filled with all manner of parchments, papers, ink wells, all this different stuff, like you would almost see in a study. And sitting on top of on kind of the edge towards you guys, is the Cobalt. He seems he has hopped up on the table. However, behind him, on the other side of the table, you see this massive-looking creature. Big arms, big shoulders, almost looks ogreish in nature, but not quite ogre, like maybe a half-breed of some kind. Kind of bigger, one side he's got a tusk, kind of comes up one on his left-hand side, and one looks like it's been cracked off. Kind of droopy eyes, kind of has that idiot look to his face. Like he's kind of not there, but he's not really there. He just seems to be slumped over. He's probably about a good 7 feet tall. Big shoulders, big broad arms. Kind of looks like a shirt that's way too tight for him, and pants that are way too big for him. And he just seems to be sitting in the corner, and just stares at you guys as you walk in, almost manufactured. He just okay. The Cobalt sits there on the desk. He goes, "Goes ahead and close the door. Somebody close the door."
All right.
Oh, I was in last. Excuse me.
He closed the door. He turns around and goes, "All right, this is how it's going to go. My name's Duke. Duke Spudley.
Duke Spudley.
My
Duke?
associate over here is named The Wall. You may call him The Wall."
Hello, Wall.
He goes, "Hello."
That's his muscle, huh?
He goes, "My boss has sent me down here as more of an envoy to make sure that you guys are trustworthy. All right? So this is how it's gonna go. You guys, some of you owe stuff, others want something. We're not quite sure, so we've got to make sure that you guys are trustworthy. And make sure you're not gonna do anything nefarious when you officially meet the boss. Gotcha?
Okay.
I understand.
So, plain simple. We're going to give you a simple task. You got to complete the task, no matter what. You got to complete it. No matter what. Capiche?
Okay.
All right. Wants to fight about it? No, I'm just kidding. That's fine. All right. Plain and simple. 3 people owe us money. You got to go get that money from them.
Oh no.
This is how it's gonna work. All right. And he kind of has a parchment, and he just tosses it to whoever's the front, who is in front, whoever it is,
Probably Taz was.
probably. So you toss, and you agilely, and just like disappears. He's like, what the fuck? He goes, that's pretty cool. That's pretty okay. Go do this, and then you're gonna meet the Dom. Okay?
Meet the what?
The Dom.
Oh.
Wait, did you say Don or Dom?
Dom.
The Dom.
The Dom.
The
Dom.
Dom. Okay.
The
I
Dom.
thought you said the dumb.
No, you better not be calling him the Dom.
I wasn't. You were.
That's it. It's because of my accent.
Oh, where are you from?
We're not friends, you and I.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
I think he's going to make us an offer we can't refuse.
The power struggles.
Apparently, there's a couple more of you that are supposed to be showing up, but their allegiances aren't in question. They've already been tested.
So we have to work as a team.
It is a team, yes. You all go work together to make sure this test gets done.
With strangers. Great. My favorite.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Do what it is on the paper and come back here. Finish by the end of the day. By sunset, it better be done. All right? Come back here at sunset with the job complete.
And
Now
then-
get the fuck out.
And if not done, by sunset.
Then don't come back. You best be hiding because we're fucking coming for you.
What if
Now
it's
get
like,
out. Nope, get out.
What if it's like 5 minutes after sunset?
What if it's like midnight? What if it's like still the same day, but like
Luwal's like, good point, Duke. He goes, I know it's a good point, but you know what? They just need to. I have to assert myself. Okay? Yes, you're funny. Get out.
he has short guy syndrome. Got
Get
it.
out now.
Suffer now or suffer later. I like this guy.
Okay. All right.
Alright,
Out we go.
out we go.
Do you think sunset starts when it finishes, like the sun is down, or when it starts to
Like,
hit the horizon?
Is it like it's
Oh,
what
maybe-
I was
maybe
trying
we
to
should
have him
asked
clear
that.
out a little
That's
bit.
that's a good question.
Happy man, does sunset start, or does sunset end when the sun hits the horizon, or when it goes under the horizon?
I believe when it goes under,
I would agree.
there should be no sunlight left. It must be completely strangled out. Total darkness.
Okay, that gives us a little more time then.
But it just happened.
Just
What time
Just-
of the day is it now?
It's morning.
oh,
It's
Oh,
early.
we
It's
got
early
7
morning.
p.m.
Yeah,
So much
it's like 8
time.
o'clock. It's like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
But we also have 3 people to find. We left, right?
Oh yeah, you guys walk
Okay.
downstairs. You pass by, and as you guys passing by, you see the turtle start to reach underneath the desk somewhere. And by the time the last one leaves, she pulls up the sign that
No,
says,
I wait.
"Bye."
Oh.
She puts her hand back, and then she goes,
If you steal one of those, it would just disrupt this entire operation.
Just
Like,
grab one of the signs.
it just
But which one?
It would undermine her dignity big time.
Or just take the pen.
just take the pen. Oh. Oh my gosh.
And she blinked slow. She couldn't do it by Morse code.
So
She
now
could if
we're
you had a
outside.
lot of
Is that
patience.
a dot or a dash? I'm not sure.
SOS.
Okay. So wait, he gave us paper, right?
Yeah, so you guys now walk out into the street.
Mhm.
You look over, and actually, as you kind of step out, you hear like heavy footsteps. You look down, and you see on the opposite side an ankylosaur, a dragon, kind of a cart. Looks like a cart full of coal or something like that, or some kind of rock material. On top, you see kind of the the person driving it is kind of like soot with him, so he looks like he's got a bunch of like coal or slice on his face across his entire vest and uniform. He probably is one of the miners that comes from the north, and he probably looks like he's bringing in a shipment of coal sometime to the warehouses down in the industrial district. And he sits there and looks over it and he goes, "Morning!" As he keeps going, the ankle sort of giant. So the Anki is a giant metal, not metal plated, but a keratin plated with spikes coming out of its back with a big ball in the back of its tail.
It's so cute.
And it just seems like, and it just goes down past you. Morning! As the cart continues to pass.
Morning.
So many chipper people.
Take it easy, big fella.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Should we read them here
Yeah.
or should we go somewhere else to read them?
Yeah, I mean, let's.
Is it
read
just
here.
one paper,
Yeah.
or is it
Log on.
several, or
You gave
But-
us 3
I
papers.
think it's one paper,
three?
three names.
Oh,
Well, did we open it?
I have not. I just went.
I didn't see what has happened so fast. I admire your quickness there. I was watching the rest of the study. It reminded me of my father's study, for he was obliterated by the Warforged. I was there.
Oh.
Oh.
Sounds like unresolved trauma.
Ha ha!
Oh, fuck.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm really.
Trauma.
I will just politely. I'm really sorry for the loss of your father.
I'm not. I'm better than ever.
I'm glad to hear.
Oh.
Death gives me strength.
Oh.
So there are 3 we have to hunt down.
Yes. Was it 3 papers or 1 paper with 3 names?
That's one paper with 3 names.
Okay.
And addresses underneath too.
Okay, I look at it.
First name you watch as you look it up. It's not too far away actually, just down the road. Seems to be in one of the market areas. It looks like a male name. Who wants? What kind of name should we have?
Bud Farkas.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
His name is Bud Farkas.
Is Farkas
And-
the last name?
Yeah, Farkas is the last name.
Okay.
Seems that he is a merchant of some kind. It says merchant guild. Address is written underneath. What's the third name? Or second name?
Gene Snitsky.
Gene. Another male name, by the way. Schnitsky.
Snitsky.
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 Hey, why? Okay.
And last, another male name.
Bob. Fillmore.
Okay.
Bob Fillmore.
Bob Fillmore. So a little bit about our campaign. I like to get the players' interactions to be able to make names or maybe even races and characters of what they are and who they are. So I would get me a challenge to be able to
They're great.
come up with stuff on the fly.
Glorious.
So yeah, the first one, Bud Farkas. You see, it's
They're
down the
twins,
road.
Bud and-
Merchant. Gene Snitsky. Looks like he's probably part. Looks like he looks to be in the industrial area. Maybe some line lead. You're not quite sure, but probably somebody who works in the factories. And then Bob Fillmore actually lives close to the gem, which of course, as we know, is the elite area of town.
This is going to be fun.
And so he's got, based upon his address, and if anybody knows the layout of the city, you guys would know that if he lives, the closer you are to the gem, the better you are wealthier wise. And he seems to be living pretty close to that area,
Nice.
but not in the walls itself. Nobody ever goes in the walls of the gem, ever. Only ever people come out and grab stuff, supplies, and then they bring the stuff in. Nobody ever goes in, and it's heavily guarded. Like you're talking heavily guarded. All right, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess we're close to Bud Farkas. Should we go visit this merchant? And he owes us money, right? Owes us money.
Not us, but the.
Does it show the amounts of what's owed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it does.
Or items, money? Is it just money?
Let me
It
read
just,
it.
it's just yeah,
I'm
there's
sorry.
a price, like money wise.
Okay, but okay, we're getting money.
It seems that this is more of a protection money.
Makes sense.
So do we do like just ask, or do we do like a bad cop, good cop deal?
Maybe we could like act like we're gonna buy something from this guy, and we want to see it in private, and then we just ask him for the money or shake him down.
Or maybe we start with asking and then we move to the shaking down part if they say no.
And if the shaking down
Probably-
doesn't happen, I could just take it.
Yeah. If they don't want to pay, then we'll take some of his wares.
I
Oh
like
gosh.
it.
I guess you guys are walking and talking.
I think so.
So merchants first.
As you're walking down the road, sure enough, you see kind of a day-to-day thoroughfare through here. It seems that as you guys get close to the market area, essentially this is where all the legal commerce happens in the city. More reputable people live here, more of the high-end merchants that potentially could actually make a profit on a lot of stuff and can actually feed their families are in this area, as well as things for you to also entertainment as well, seem to be in this area. I mean, if you don't count the stadium that's down the road or the zoo that's like 3 or 4 blocks away. Yeah, you walk past several stalls and merchants, trying to sell stuff, trying to do things. Looks like some have rotten fruit, some other people. Not the greatest wares, as supply and demand is very low, but enough to go around to be able to live on. But it seems that a lot of the prices are a lot higher than expected. But you do pass all the stalls and you kind of go down this side alley. Not a small alley, but a pretty good size. Probably could drive a cart down it one way if you needed to. And sure enough, off to the left-hand side, you see the address sitting there. Nice cottage building there. Kind of smushed up all, kind of like a cookie cutter buildings off to the left. And sure enough, you come up to the first address.
Is the alley like? Are there people in it? Like, is it?
A couple people passing by,
Okay, but not
nothing
like the main.
Yeah, not the
thoroughfare.
main, not the main thoroughfare.
All right.
Does anybody want to take point?
What do you think?
I don't care.
Let me look at my stats.
Oh, good question.
Let's see what I got.
Decently persuasive person.
You're persuasive person.
Decently persuasive.
I'm not.
I'm not. I'm perceptive.
Surprising.
No,
the person who steals
wait.
everything
I'm-
isn't that persuasive.
No, but my stealth is fantastic and deception is fantastic.
What do you
So
think?
you can lie.
Do you wanna
for
lead this
days.
one?
Yes, ma'am.
But just try and persuade someone.
So
I could try.
You know what? I wonder. Do you think there's a back door? Maybe we ought to. I could go around to the back. I'll just wait.
Maybe the odds are better if there's maybe 1 more with me and 2 go to the back. If there's 4, it would be probably a bit unusual.
That's a good idea.
do we send the nice ones in, or do we need a nice and not so nice, or do we need the both mean ones in the back? I'm not saying.
I just look mean.
know.
I am very
I'm so
sweet.
I'm just saying, you just.
I like the idea of the balance of the nice and the not so nice.
Should we have like a safe
I
word?
like it.
We should do like a
Good.
safe word.
I'm glad.
A safe word? Chinga.
Well,
Chinga.
that way you could yell it, and then we'll come in from the back if you get in trouble.
What if we? Well, we don't even know who's going to the back and who's going in the front yet.
Oh,
But yes, we. I don't know if we can hear each other, but
how about I'll go in the front? I guess
okay.
I'll go with you. All right.
And what do you yell if you need help?
Chinga sounds pretty good to
Say
me.
that?
I guess we are.
Oh, so you guys are stealing Jenga?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't.
What's it from? Anyway, is it?
It's Critical Role.
Oh,
We
it
don't want
is.
them to come
Oh, we
after
can
us.
come up with our own words.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Let's
can
be
come up.
clever. Let's be clever.
Boggle.
Boggle?
Just use a different game.
Yeah, I can do that. I like that. Yeah.
Monopoly!
Oh,
Poker.
Risk!
this could be pretty good
Risk isn't bad.
too. Yeah.
Balderdash.
We do
That's actually a pretty good one.
Balderdash. All right,
Balderdash.
let's do Balderdash.
Call the acronym.
I like Balderdash.
Okay, so Taz begins to go around back.
All right, it takes you a little bit because there's no like side between the buildings,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to go around the entire structure. And sure enough, there is like a back because these buildings, as they're cookie cutter, like it's stuck up against like like the old English. Like think of like Harry Potter,
Yeah.
like that one where they're at the
The squished
the
house.
squished house.
That does
Kind of picture that.
Mm-hmm.
And on the opposite side, it's the same thing but reversed. And so there is a little back garden area with a little alleyway that goes between the two fence lines. So the little back, the two gardens on either side.
Okay.
So you can go to the back. And sure enough, as you come around the back, you kind of like it's because there's no signs and there's no anything. So roll an intelligence check.
Yes. Intelligence. Where is it? There it is. Okay.
To determine which house you think.
11.
You pick a house.
Yeah.
It's on the right side, I think.
Wait, are you alone right now? Am I with you?
I don't know what you decided. I just, if you can come
I
along.
would have just followed you probably.
Help me.
I'll help you. Maybe. 8.
An 8.
Perfect.
You guys are like,
Great.
Perfect. Yes.
You
this
watch,
is
you watch,
definitely
you
the
watch as the
house.
fawn goes, I think it's that one over there, and she points out to the right hand side, and you're like,
But I thought it was this one.
no. So you know it's on the left hand side, but you're not quite sure which one it is.
Like, are there
County,
windows?
there's a county.
Are there windows?
Yeah, there's windows that face the back.
I'm going to sneak and peek inside the one that I think it is.
Okay. You jump the fence, kind of walk through like a little garden patch in the back.
Yeah.
Go to the back. Roll an acrobatics check because it's on the second. It's like there's a
12.
12.
Yes.
Yeah, that's average. So you kind of grab you grab on old age, push yourself up, grab the second story, and kind of like peek in, and you look in and you see this very fat man, shirt off, laying in bed like, and you just like you're not sure if he's not wearing any pants or underwear because his rolls kind of roll over,
Okay.
but you're like, nope.
Yeah, no,
Go
this
back
is
down.
Not the. I don't like this house. I think you might be right.
Who's at the front?
I guess we are.
Okay, what do you guys want to do? Wait a couple minutes, wait for them. to
Yeah,
get
we'll wait a
positioned.
couple minutes. We just assumed they found it.
Yeah.
Where's that guy?
They couldn't. Yeah,
Definitely
they
the
got
right
it.
place.
Right. So is this like it's like an entrance or is it a house?
It's a house.
There's a front door
Yeah, it's
Oh,
front
with a
door.
knocker on it.
I guess yeah. Let's not.
Lucky old lady. Let's work our magic.
Okay.
You watch
No,
it
magic
go
is
off.
illegal here. Don't do that.
Oh, that's right.
Wait a
I
couple.
say that like I have magic.
Oh, that's right.
Oh wait.
You wait a couple minutes, and sure enough, you hear coming. You hear you see what is he? What is he?
Bud.
A dwarf.
He's a dwarf.
There's a dwarf.
Okay, so he'd be
Did
Durgar.
you say bud?
Oh yeah. Okay.
He's a bugbear.
A Durgar. Fairly younger Durgar. So his beard hasn't quite come long. He's kind of shorter here, kind of pulled back into a mohawk, and he's wearing just normal wear medieval clothing. Long baggy shirt, like white shirt, chest kind of slightly open where you can see his chest here. And he looks up and he goes, "Can I help you?" "Oh, Bud Fargus at your service."
Nice to meet you, bud.
"Nice to meet you, one-eyed."
My name's Maudry.
Marjorie.
This is my associate.
Good morning. I'm Wink Martindale. We're with the Friends of the Slums, and we need a minute of your time.
Have you heard about our savior?
Is this one of those like religious things? Because honestly, I already pay enough to the Church of Soul, so
No, this is not exactly the Church of Soul. We are actually here to discuss a matter of business on behalf of the Friends of the Slums.
yeah.
Aha!
We should
He
probably
watches his
come
face
inside.
like grin now, and he goes,
We should probably come inside.
No, you're not coming inside. I have your money.
Don't run. Please don't run.
I'm not going to run. I know better than that.
He won't get far, old lady.
I don't
Yes.
want to run after
Wait,
you.
what
He goes,
looks like?
"All
Look
right,
at
hold
these
on."
knees.
He reaches over and goes,
You look away for a second, please.
I mean, I kind of like.
I want to roll an insight check.
all right, go ahead.
19.
It seems that he's scared. Not like scared isn't like from you guys, but scared of what you guys are a part of.
Right.
And he understands that if he doesn't pay, something bad's gonna happen to potentially him or his business. So I don't think he's gonna run.
Okay. Well, I think we can try to give him a chance.
I will
Okay,
close
bud.
my eyes.
You kind of just look to the side and you hear a shifting of something. You hear and all of a sudden you hear a bag of like some kind of like change or something, and then a closing, and then another shifting. It seems that whatever he did, he maybe some kind of hidden compartment or something like that. And he goes, "All right, and
You're a
he
crafty fella. I can hear it.
You can open up your eyes now.
He looks up at you and he goes, "Here's what I owed." And he hands it to him.
Bud?
Last week's payment as well. Don't worry, I have brought that into consideration. That is
Bud, you're a good man. We always thought you were.
Really? They really think that?
I have no idea, but you seem like it. Ha ha!
I mean, you're complying, which we appreciate.
Oh, it's good. Well, I appreciate it. Now,
kind of fuck off. And he takes the door and he closes it.
Thank you, bud.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go around back to you. I don't know how much it was. How much were we supposed to get?
Well, Taz has the paper, so.
It
So-
said this week's payment. It said with this week's payment 5 silver. Last week's payment with interest 7.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's
so
a lot.
You guys come around. We're like not at
How
the right
far off
house.
are we?
You're literally right across. So if you were to yell,
Oh,
you could
okay.
probably hear them over the buildings.
Balderdash! Come here, Balderdash!
Wait, doesn't that mean they're in trouble?
I think
Should we go running?
We should probably start running.
Oh, we run.
Balderdash!
We run.
Maybe they break into the house.
I'm sprinting around the corner.
Boom.
Is everything
what
okay?
I did!
Ah, you found the wrong house. That's all right. We still got the rest of the day.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
pretty easy.
Did you get the money?
We did.
Okay.
We did.
Yep.
Give it to me
Excellent.
and I'll count it.
Okay. Yeah.
I hand it over.
Okay. She counts it.
It's all there.
It's all there. Okay. Pockets it.
Actually, that's more money than you've seen in a long time. You're mostly you do in coppers.
Mm-hmm.
The fact you actually have a silver, and let alone that there's 12 of them there. You're like, yeah.
It's so pretty. That's so pretty. Okay.
And I kind of lean over. I see that you're kind of like excited about having all that money. It's like, do I have to worry about you?
Probably.
I really shouldn't have to. I hope
appreciate
not.
the honesty, though. It's great.
That's true! Ha ha!
Please don't get us in trouble, dear. Please. Seriously, I need this information.
What information do you need?
That's why I signed up for this gig. Trying to track somebody.
Oh. Someone.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna bathe in their blood.
Oh.
Yep. Big old bathtub. Just right on.
That's dark.
Are they,
Yeah,
You're the most
Are they-
amazing old lady I've ever met.
are they
Hey, I
big
think
enough
I
places
really
to fill a
like
bathtub?
you.
I really like you too.
Ha ha ha!
I don't think you need more than one person to fill a bathtub. She's especially depending on how big the person is. But if it's like a giant, maybe.
Maybe I'll heal him,
Oh,
and then
that
I can keep
is
using him
devious.
like a sock.
No, don't get
What a
on
wonderful idea! I'm a great friend.
This-
I'm a great friend. We're all friends.
Are we though? Yeah, we're more like acquaintances. I don't think that quite covers it. Anyway, in the Jean
Kelly.
Jean Kelly. We gotta go shake down Jean Kelly.
Schnitzy.
She's got airplane away.
Gene Schnitsky.
Gene Sinitsky.
All right, let's go to this address and go.
Yeah, sure enough. You kind of go all the way, pass by the market again, and
Can I pickpocket?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
There are several people, and you kind of get towards a crowded area, and you see where you're gonna have to go towards the industrial area, kind of an offset street that kind of leads that way. You can see the pipe, the giant stacks up in the distance, bellowing out black smoke. Like 5 or 6 of these stacks, all pushing out the smoke. You know that you have to go that way towards where potentially this person lives. But as you get past through the town or through the main market area, sure enough, you see several people kind of like pushing past you. You see 2 orcs kind of pass by. You go, and they're talking in some kind of language. Do you know Orcish?
Elvish Goblin Thieves Camp. No.
Yeah, so they're talking in some kind of like grunty, huffing language. You look over and you see like a group of looks like kids, mixed of different kinds. You maybe see like a bugbear child. You see a human child. You see a couple gnomes, like gnome kids, which are a lot smaller, and they're all kind of running around and they're doing the little havocy thing in the corner. Kind of, you see one reach up and look over, grabs like some kind of like date or something like that, and he like runs away, with his little gnome legs.
Ugh.
But sure enough, you see kind of before you, looks like a fairly respectable, looks merchant. He's kind of got not the greatest looking clothes, probably the clothes that's been used quite a bit, faded blues and reds. Looks like he came from wealth and he's trying to still keep that image up.
Mm-hmm.
He is a bugbear, so he's got like kind of mutton chops, like little fangs, and his hair seems to be combed back, but he seems to have tried to comb it, but it's kind of poked up in areas. And he's sitting there, and he looks like he's walking with purpose, and he's kind of walking towards you guys, and he's got like a long cloak on. He's kind of like talking to himself, not really paying attention, kind of going down the main thoroughfare. Do you want to pickpocket him?
I do.
Okay, roll
Yeah.
sleight of hands check.
Yeah.
Get him.
All right. 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
CBC.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Oh, it's not great.
Maybe he's too distracted.
Due to his distraction, he had a disadvantage on the rolls, and you watch as he rolled a 10.
Oh my gosh.
Sure enough, you kind of walk past him, and as you do, you kind of like slightly bump into him, and as you do, you kind of flip out this little dagger, and you grab a little, you feel like a little something like leathery something in your hand, and you quickly pocket it. Nobody's seen it. As you kind of walk past and keep going, you're not sure what's in the bag.
Yep, but don't look at it.
Yep, you just keep going.
Okay. Little leather bag. All right.
We,
Bend them.
we don't even know.
No, you guys don't even know.
No idea.
Unless you guys roll perception check over her 11.
I'll roll. Why not? 18.
Yeah, you're right behind her, and you kind of see her like nudge, and as you do, you kind of see this little dagger, and you watch as you kind of twirl, like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I sit there watching. It's like a little movie scene. I'm just nodding in approval, like like.
Cassie goes, "Aha!"
Aha!
Well, out of 5 stars, I'd give you about a 3. You stumbled through that one. That's okay.
Stumble through what?
Yeah, the roads are a little pot marked. I have no idea what happened. No idea.
All right.
Okay. You continue down the main road, go off to the side road. heading towards the industrial place. And as you continue down, you see less people wearing more, like less aprons, less stuff like that for crafting things like woodworking, metalworking, that kind of stuff. And you start seeing more and more people with looks like coal stains. Looks like Derek's here. Coal stains. Some people that have like calloused hands. You see definitely from hard labor with tools and stuff like that. Sure enough, as you approach, you definitely, as you get closer, you smell it a lot more. That smell of industry, metal on metal. That entire concept of like when you pass by like a paper plant, and you get that smell. That's like ugh.
Otsego.
It's kind of like you smell a little bit of that with a little bit of refuse and metal, like metal shavings, if anything. As you pass, actually, you kind of turn a corner and you're like, okay, his house is down this street to the left. And as you do so, you look and you see two guards kind of like passing by you. Both of them, one of them actually is leading. He's walking. Both of them are walking next to each other, and they're both leading a pair of velociraptors. One's got one in hand, and the other they're just talking to each other. And the velociraptor's like, I'm just packing. As they're past, their claws kind of click on the actual tiles of the. Welcome.
Hey.
How was moving?
Terrible.
Oh.
I mean, it sucks,
Yeah.
Did they at least have everything packed? Because
Oh
that's
no,
the
it was
worst.
very organized.
Oh,
Yeah. There's just like they had a huge U-Haul that I mean I swear it's the TARDIS. I'm like, that's got to be the last row of boxes, right? No, it's not.
okay.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, hi.
I'm not going to tell you exactly anything because you get to find out as a character.
Well, yeah, that works.
And you kind of pass by these two guards, right, holding their mounts, and they look, kind of look at you for a second. Morning, and they're both bugbears, by the way. They're morning, and they kind of get past you.
Morning.
The Velociraptor's like, keep going.
Oh my gosh, is that instead of a donkey, you can have a velociraptor? That's
Yeah, so this universe, there's dinosaurs, and it's steampunky.
Let's just keep-
Fantastic
Wow.
creature. Doesn't it smell? Smells of soot. Doesn't it smell like war wreckage?
huh. Yeah.
This one really needs to see some professional, I feel.
I mean, maybe.
Later.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know.
You turn around, and as the group turns around the corner, sure enough, you see down the road at the address where you need to go. A little bit open, more space, kind of a one-story shack, kind of a smaller building compared to the last one you were at. There's some flowers in kind of the front yard area, kind of garden, like metal fenced off, little pathway leads up. But that's not really what concerns you. Is the fact that there's now sitting in front of the address a giant minotaur, kind of leaning up against the fence. Derek, would you like to describe your character?
Yes. Yeah, you see a Minotaur, probably sitting about 6'4", 6'5" to the tip of his horns. He's got on a brown bowler cap. He's got a clove hand-rolled cigarette in his mouth, and I mean, what you immediately notice about him is that his right eye is surrounded by this opening. It almost looks like it's like holding his eye socket open, and then you see, if you look close enough, a mechanical eye on the inside that is constantly changing colors, and his right arm honestly looks like it was stolen from a piece of Warforged wreckage and placed right where his right arm should be. Probably a lighter brown fur. He's got on brown pants that go about to his mid calf. Hooves, no shoes. It's got crossbow, boomerang, and a morning star attached to his hips. Yeah.
You would have actually have known that this meeting was taking place, but you weren't able to make it to the initial part, and
He missed it.
you mostly got told that your loyalty isn't in question, but you probably should show up just to keep a
Okay.
good eye on things. So you knew that they were going to be here, as you were warned ahead of time by Duke, somebody that you know very well
Yeah.
from inside the organization. And so you sat there. You've been waiting for about an hour or two, waiting for these people to show up.
It's been 2 hours.
Probably about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Just between you going from that one to the one spot and then now to this spot, going across the town. Or the
So now
city.
late morning.
I wouldn't even say that. It's probably like 9:30 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
We're
Okay.
ahead of
Plenty of time,
schedule.
we're
We're doing
fine.
pretty good.
So do I see them approaching?
Yeah, you see the group approaching,
Okay.
and immediately you're like, "Oh yeah, that's them."
All right.
Our motley crew.
I put my stance.
That's how Mumar talks. I gotta get my stats.
This big bulky guy. Hey there, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Love it.
Welcome.
The sword's back.
The sword's back.
The sword's
Hey
back.
guys, how you doing?
Oh, God.
You look delicious.
Oh, you're so
I need a
scrumptious.
cup because you are a tall drink.
Ooh, the sheep tickled as I was getting pulled out.
Well, I guess we'll we notice him. We'll greet you too.
So you guys don't know who this is.
We have no
the
idea.
address, so maybe he's Gene. You're not sure.
You're right.
Are you Gene Schnitzky? Schnitzky?
No.
Snitsky.
Schnitzky?
Snitsky.
Snitsky.
That's
there's
Snitsky.
no
That is correct.
no sh.
No sh.
There's no shit.
No shit. Well, we're gonna make him shit. If he
There could very well be if all goes well.
Maybe you should take the lead again.
Yeah, you've been really good at it.
I'm 1 for 1,
Yes.
I think so.
It's true.
but it was a good man.
I like how they're having this conversation right in front of you.
Yeah.
We're just like,
We
hi,
don't
are you the
care.
person we're looking for? No? Okay,
No.
we're gonna continue.
Anyway. Hello.
Hello. Who are you?
We are associates of the Dom.
All right.
Just going to tell him without like having him tell.
That's why I said Friends of the Slums as a dignified cover.
Oh, that's much better.
Oh,
That's
God.
much better.
Ha ha!
Just get inside. I open the door.
Wait. Who?
Well,
Okay, your turn. Who are you?
We're working for the same person. That's all we need to know right now.
But what's your name?
Mumar.
Oh, that's a good name.
That's a good name.
That's a good name.
Mumar, I'm Wink.
I don't care. I open the door. Get
Oh.
inside.
Well,
I assume we're going inside.
yeah, there's a fence to the door.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
I
why
patted
you
on my
have that
arm as
address.
walking
Oh,
in.
okay.
So
I'm waiting to then.
yeah, so you just kind of waiting what to get further instructions from them.
So I pat you on there and say, "Good morning, Mumar." I walk in.
Just follow our lead.
Just.
You walk up to the door.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, there's no door knocker. It's kind of a crappier looking door. You knock on it. The door kind of. Who would you want this person to be?
I chose last. Ooh.
Mm. A tiefling.
Okay.
Oh.
Tiefling male.
Starting small and going smaller. Why not?
You hear the door kind of like, and all of a sudden you see the kind of the door opens up. You hear a yes, and you see kind of like darker looking eyes, horns kind of coming back along his head, red skin. Looks like his shirt that used to be white is now gray and black of some kind. Kind of a shrinkier looking guy, not the biggest guy in the world, kind of smaller and skinnier. And he goes, who are you? And you can see the chain from where the door is connected. It's like he hasn't opened it up to where he can let you in. So there's still the lock on it. And he's like, yes.
Good morning. Are you Gene Snitsky?
Who's asking?
I'm representing Friends of the Slums. Do you have just a moment?
Oh, I'm sorry. I already paid. Don't worry about it.
Can Taz go around the shack?
Yeah, you can go around. It's actually not that big, and
Yeah.
there's sides on the side. Yeah.
So do I know why I'm here, or I just told to show up?
You just said to show up and follow, and get further instructions from them, and they didn't give you any instructions. So
Are there any doors or windows?
We're here to
around
get money.
Yeah, you go in the back, and sure enough, there is a back.
I'm gonna
door,
do it
and
in
there's
this
a couple
key.
windows on the sides and
Are you
stuff.
sure it's
Okay.
They're all, but
Tiefling?
you can't see inside. It looks like
If
it's
his
been
name is Gene
closed off.
Sitsky,
Okay,
yes.
I'll hang out by the door.
Let's find out what his name was first.
How much does he supposedly owe?
I'm gonna do an insight check.
I look down like I have it, but I don't have
But you do.
on the
I have the
piece on the
paper,
piece
but-
of paper. It says 2 silver.
it. Oh,
I rolled a 16
For what?
insight check.
He seems very skittish. Very like, oh, this is not good. Like,
Oh man, do I have something?
yeah. He goes, don't worry. I already paid. We'll go
Are
go
you
back."
Gene
He goes,
Smitsky?
I'm
He
gonna
goes,
put my
"Foot
foot in the door.
You put the foot. Okay, roll a
Ugh.
acrobatics check.
Ooh, this is gonna be awesome.
Let's see how fast you go with your,
Yeah.
with your leg.
16.
16? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you put your foot right in and it goes, he slams it, but because the hoof is hard,
Mhm.
it doesn't hurt you at all. And he goes, please, no, I already,
I'm sorry, we
I-
didn't catch
I
your
already-
name.
He looks up, just he's thinking, my name's Door.
I'm gonna cast catapult on the door.
Okay.
Just try to
very
blow it open.
convincing.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
roll an attack.
And I step aside. I'm like, well, I'm gonna watch this.
I will ready entangle.
I mean, it's a deck
I just
save.
think that'd be
Oh, okay.
For like, I'm not like aiming it at anyone. I just want to blow the door off. It just
Oh, it's just like a boop.
Yeah.
Just like a little pop. Yeah. So you go. Yeah. You hit the door. You watch the ping, and you watch the door go pushes inwards. Doesn't smack it off its hinges,
right.
but knocks it open to the point where it stumbles back. Goes. Oh! He hits the table. Like a table. It goes against the table. And he goes. And immediately you see the fight or flight,
Don't do
and
it.
he chooses flight.
Ah!
He watches. He docks off to the left, careens over a table, gets to the back door, grabs the back door, slings it
Oh.
open,
Boomerang.
Taz is right there. Hi.
and you are you standing in front of the door?
Yeah.
He kind of goes, oh! And you chuck a boomerang at him.
Yeah.
Roll an attack.
Ooh, 8.
8.
Yeah.
You fling it, and he goes, whoa! Right in the door frame. He goes.
Stop. I'm warning you.
Yes.
He's looking around him like options.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow.
I'll
I'm
ready.
much more
I'm just
angry.
I'll let you
with
go.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna punch him in the nose.
Do it.
Okay, roll
Oh.
attack. As he's thinking about it, because he's looking off to the left, so it
Oh,
looks like a
no.
window's off to his left. Like he's just looking that way because his back's turned to you.
Mhm.
He's like,
12.
a 12? That hits him.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Oh, okay. And then it's
Come on.
just.
It would be a D4.
What if she kills him?
Yeah, that'd be sad.
I got cute
Yeah.
ones.
I mean,
3.
maybe.
A 3?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh.
It
So
wouldn't
6.
serve our
So
purpose
6?
here.
That's fair.
He goes, you go, he goes, and he watches his eyes roll back into his head. He probably broke his nose as he goes, and planks backwards and lands on the ground. He's like, he knocked him out.
Oh,
I knocked
twitchy
him
fella.
out. Okay.
Do you have
so
any rope?
Yes,
let's tie him up to the chair.
That's
All right,
unconscious.
Yeah, we're gonna tie him up to a chair.
Oh,
Tie him to a chair
after
with my
I'm
rope.
going through his pockets right
Grab
now.
it.
Just chill.
Place looks
I mean, you
Not
pretty
the
much have
greatest.
free reign.
I
now.
know.
Sure
He's
is not really. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst though. So it's not like ridden with like lice or any kind of like termites or anything like that. Just have, and the room interior seems to be very closed off from the outside. Pretty much just a one room. Little oven in the corner, bed in one place. Looks more like a sleeping bag on straw. Doesn't even have like a mattress or anything like that. Table in the center where he probably keeps his food and stuff like that. Little cabinets and stuff off to the left, and like maybe like a dresser or something like that off to the right. And a little kitchen area where it's got like cans of some kind lining the wall. Take the chair, tie him up, tie him up,
I went
and
through
he's
his
like,
pockets.
he's just kind of sitting there, and you see the blood kind of.
I will start to do a basic search
All right, roll
Well,
around.
hold on a second. Why the hell are we here?
We need to collect 2 silver from him.
Okay,
17.
fine. Check the floorboards. Put a gag in his mouth as well. Let's
17?
Mhm.
You go through and
look
you
through
find
this first.
looks
See what
like
we can find.
a kitchen knife of some kind, like on his body, like
Okay.
probably he uses to eat. Just like a look, like a
Not
little rusty
anymore.
around the corners.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
find
we're
some
caught.
string, some like toothpicks in there. A half-eaten bagel.
Oh.
Oh,
That's probably a little
I'll
hard.
take the bagel.
All right. I hand you the big.
Thank you.
What kind of bagel is it?
It's everything bagel.
Would you
Oh.
like some of this everything bagel?
You know, I think I'm good for right now, but thank you.
I'll
Probably
crack it
breakfast,
off.
they probably stuck
You
it in
look
his pocket.
hungry.
don't
Yes,
know why
I
it's in
am.
his
Thank you.
pocket, but whatever.
Is that
I
it?
don't have any for
What?
you.
Is that it?
I don't want
Yeah,
it.
that's essentially all he's got on him.
Okay, so we still
So-
have to find the two.
This is a delicious bagel.
Since I've done
It's
this
so
before,
good.
a time or
This
two,
is.
I want to go. Can I do an investigation check to look for like hidden?
Yeah, go ahead.
Check floorboards, behind pictures. Loose.
Yeah, I would say actually do it with advantage because
Under the mat.
I
Not
cannot
my first
help you.
rodeo.
no, it's not your first rodeo.
Yeah, get it? Because I'm a cow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, 2 5s. So that's an 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
You go through the room, and this is somebody else was doing it, like investigating.
I
Or you just the
can.
body?
I'll
You're
try.
doing the body.
I'll try one.
I have terrible investigation.
I got a +6.
I also rolled a 5.
I have a
Plus
negative
1
1.
is a 6.
Yeah, you go through the. You probably comb this place over about 15-20 minutes. Go through, like check behind things, push like on the floorboards, like hitting different places, going behind the cabinets, moving picture frames. Nothing seems to be there. So he's still like unconscious. Blood is still kind of a little wet spot in his lap
Oh.
where the blood is, but
Oh, where the blood
Oh.
is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
not where he's peed. But like
No pee from the
blood
peen.
is-
Okay.
I think it's probably
Yeah,
about that
it's-
size. Like probably about that much blood is on his
I
from a broken nose
I wiped the blood off.
off his face.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
clean him up a little bit.
Is there anything of value in this place that we could sell for 2 silver?
Roll another investigation.
I got a
Okay.
rusty knife.
That's good. That's a good start.
Getting worse. I don't know if I like these die.
Oh,
It's an
Uh-oh.
8.
We've all been
Right.
rolling
Not
pretty
really.
low.
It seems that
Except me.
everything here has been pretty much.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to ask this. In lieu of getting the 2 silver, was there something else we were supposed to collect if he doesn't have the money?
Does the paper say
Is the
anything?
paper specified?
It just says 2 silver. Whether it's whatever that is.
It seems to me he
Don't come back
sells his
without it.
house for us.
Tiefling with horns, right?
Yep.
Are there any value to the horns that I know
Oh
of?
my gosh!
Oh,
That
Not-
could be useful.
Are the horns hollow?
No, they're like
That'd be pretty
Because
small.
my
bullhorn.
tiefling has hollow stuff.
you can have like a insert and then
Yeah, that's where she keeps her
She
drugs.
keeps her drugs in her.
holy shit!
I mean, you can hollow the horns out. It just takes some, work and some hot water.
I mean,
Just
it was a broken horn, and so it's just like an add-on to our horn. So.
This is when you kind of like as you kind of grab the horns, you kind of looking at. There is some value to them, but not like you're not going to get 2 silver out of it.
Right,
You're
right.
probably going to get like two copper out of it.
You can
Can-
rip those
can we
off
wake him
though.
up a little bit? I'm going to just gently wake him
Yeah.
up.
Who's going to do the
He
talking?
kind of looks up, and as he looks up and sees your face, like, hello.
I'm so sorry, but
He's kind of looking around like,
I take the gag out.
and he kind of, and he shoots
Okay,
out a loogie of blood,
okay.
hits the ground.
They're looking at your horns to sell, so bet you like maybe tell us like where we can like get your money so they don't do that.
Are you trying to intimidate him or like trying to persuade him?
Let's intimidate.
Okay.
I'm better at it. 19.
19. I was gonna say you can do it with advantage because these guys are near. So if you wanted to try to get
Well,
Get
see if I get a 20.
I got a 1, so no.
19.
19!
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I got
Fine,
it. You're gunner there.
I didn't want
So
to
you
help
can
anyway.
either keep your horns and pay, or we take your horns.
He looks over. All right. I'll tell you. He kind of looks. He kind of looks over at the shelf where the food is, and he kind of goes, 3 to the right, turn it clockwise once, and then counterclockwise second, and it will open up. Sure enough, like it's like an oregano like bottle thing, and sure enough, he goes
Take the
pops
oil.
up, and you see like this little compartment inside the shelf. He goes, but please, he's like, but please don't take all of it. I need some.
How much is in there?
You reach in and you can feel it feels a couple like some kind of metal of some kind. You kind of scoop out whatever's inside, making sure you get everything. You see several coins, several dime bags of something as well. There's like 2. I think there's 3 little baggies, and you see kind of like looks like a dead fungus inside. Each one, and then you probably see about between it probably about 15 copper sitting there.
You're short.
It's been a slow couple of weeks. I haven't been getting as many hours as I can at the industry, and it's just that's all I can do.
So are these to use or are these to sell?
Those are mine. It helps me get through the day. Wear and tear, that kind of stuff.
Do I have an idea of the street value of the mushrooms?
Yeah, you know that each one probably goes for about five copper.
All right.
That's pretty good.
So I'll take the 15 copper in one bag.
Looks obvious. Much appreciated.
I'm going to
Good
say
idea.
this
And
as
you get to keep your horns.
kindly as possible.
Yeah.
If we ever have to come back here because you didn't pay, things will be much worse than they are right now.
I understand. He's not even making. He just looks talented. I know.
Should we make him go see his drug dealer?
No, he's got enough to get him through the week. All right.
Taz
Thank you, Gene. Suffer as you must.
unties him.
You're too chipper.
Do you want me to set that for you?
Roll persuasion check.
Persuasion.
5.
5 years. He kind of looks at. No.
Okay, good choice.
No. He kind of goes over to the side, grabs a hanky, like a rag, and puts it.
I hand him his knife, string, and toothpick stick.
Thank you. Puts it in his pocket. Where you found it, puts it back in his pocket.
But not the bagel.
Not the big.
We ate
You actually watch as he goes,
They were hungry, I'm sorry.
oh.
Is there a cream cheese shortage in New Haven as well?
Yeah. There is.
God, man.
You have to actually get the Bronto milk, and the Bronto milk comes from down like it's a bitch trying to milk a Bronto. You get a lot out of it though.
It's almost
It's
like
two
milking
cans.
almonds.
Yeah.
Milk
You
the
have to hold on
almond.
to it. And just
Milk
like,
the almond.
They get some kobolds, they tie him onto it, pull him on a rope.
oh, it's a cannon now.
Don't jerk him too hard.
Boingy, boingy, boingy.
Does he even have udders? I don't know. Probably.
Pleb's got the best heels. Squeeze just right.
Anyways, Taz leaves.
You walk out the door. He goes, you can understand if you guys. I don't want to see you. Please leave.
Have a good
Thank you,
rest of your
Gene.
day.
I'll cast
I
mending on
probably
his.
You said that with the
I'll
right
cast
spirit.
mending on this door.
I enjoyed that.
You come back to the door. You close and you go, and you watch the.
I'm still finishing the everything bagel.
And as it replaces the lock, it replaces the spot in the door that's been.
She was right about the
Bronto.
Bronco milk.
Cricks it back.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, which is
Sweet
actually kind of interesting for the rest of you because
Best cream cheese.
you guys know that magical
That's right.
magic,
Oh.
like casting magics and stuff, is very forbidden unless
Yeah.
you're very high up or
Uh-huh.
you have special permission to do so.
Mm.
So the fact
I
that
didn't
he's
see it.
openly out in public, just going whoop, and just knocking that out,
Yeah, Taz was in the back.
like you're like, whoa, who are you? Like that's.
I didn't see anything.
Taz was in the back.
Nobody did.
So.
My character's really ugly, by the way. Like
Makes
I
sense.
look like someone put like a
Yeah. Can you guys
Basically-
describe your
Your
characters
face in a
for me?
blender.
yeah. They
Yeah,
just
sorry,
took like
sorry.
a penis
No, you're
pump
good, you're
against one of my eyes. Just
For Derek's sake, do you want just kind of like a vague description of your character, like
yeah. I look like a hag.
Does she have all her teeth?
She does. Well, yeah, she does. They're just
Wow.
crooked. Her jaw sticks out. Her chin sticks out somehow farther, like a cartoon. One eye is higher than the other. She has hair the color of just dirty dishwater. Her skin is off hue, a little bit gray. She's seen some shit.
Do you need some sunlight or something? I mean, you look
Hey.
terrible.
I'm okay.
Are you?
I'm okay. Yeah. I don't know why I looked at you. Yeah, I'm okay. I've been on a long road.
on the road again?
As I like turn to the right to turn to the left. And then go to the right apparently.
I'm so confused.
Punched.
Like we all-
Punched and
You can only turn right.
Yeah.
Spinning.
It's like a NASCAR.
Oh, that was smart.
Ice cold beer, literally.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, is the sun out finally?
Who says winter is useless?
Ish.
Vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you know that, okay, now I gotta go to the third person.
All right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What do we got to do?
One more
Bob
person.
Fillmore.
Your character?
Cass. She is average height. She's got like kind of darker skin than white, bronze.
Caramel, right? Caramel color.
Yeah. She's got dark curly hair, dark eyes, just average clothing. Pretty.
I'm a satyr, so about 5 feet tall.
Okay.
Black, like beach wave hair, green eyes, horns, and lots of flowers in her hair. So many.
Sweet. All right, I like
Can't
that.
even see the hair.
I like that there's actually 2 people in the group that have hoods now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be great for sneaking. Click, click, clop, clop, click, clop, click, clop. Eric?
Human, about 6 foot tall, blonde hair, tan eyes that are brown, but they're so dark they almost look black. And I'm wearing a mail, got a mace hanging back, and I'm carrying a shield. And the shield, if you see the emblem, it's a green eye inside a red diamond.
Hmm.
If you want to do a perception check, you
I
could
do. Sure.
do a perception check once.
Do. Not that great. 15.
Okay, you would notice because you're close enough that the red in the diamond has actually been painted with actual blood,
Oh.
and that
It's like an off brown.
yep. And you notice that I'm friendly and I got this light in my eyes, but you could tell that there's something distinctly off,
There's a little something off about it.
not quite right,
Not
not
so.
quite.
Not so friendly.
It's friendly but vacant at the same time. He looks weathered, but he's still he's in his early 20s, about 22 years old, so he can't be world weary, but he looks weathered in a way that a person his age really shouldn't be.
Okay. All right.
He's 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
That makes sense.
That'd be a fun character.
Just going along, yeah. I'm a dragonborn.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Nope, not quite.
Shut up, Lefty. That's what I call my left foot, Lefty. I got my other ones right.
So how many more houses do we need to hit today?
One more.
One more.
And she said in English. I'm sorry.
Their name is Bob Fillmore.
So near the aristocratic accent.
So we have to.
How much money do we need from Bob Fillmore?
What?
How much do we need to collect from Bob?
This is 25 silver.
25
Holy
silver.
shit.
Oh,
What
I
the
like
fuck?
this one. This one's going to be fun.
I'm glad you're having fun.
I'm having so much.
The last 2 have been pretty good.
I can't remember the last time I've seen 25 silver.
I can't
I have
either.
never
I have
seen
15
25
copper
silver.
and
It's
one
been a while.
bag of mushrooms.
Yeah, so you have to somehow liquidate that to be able to.
So you have that one, and I have okay. Taz starts to wander that way.
Which reminds me, you guys have to roll for your money that you actually have on you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Money.
Oh yeah.
So I think what I have in there is like what they always give you, and it's like that's
Yeah, I like
too much.
10 gold.
Yeah,
So much.
delete
I have
whatever
nothing.
in there because
I don't
that's not there. And then
inventory. I have 0.
I have
you
how
need
do
to
we roll
roll
What
I have
do
0.
you
2d12.
do?
You need to roll. I would say d6, 2d6, 2d6, and the rest of you guys 2d6.
Ooh, 5, and it's silver.
Copper.
Could I borrow someone
copper.
a D6?
14.
Absolutely.
You have 14
Those
copper.
two.
Thank you.
So
Those
it's copper.
middles.
Yeah.
Okay. Copper. I have 6.
So I can't really afford anything.
Yeah.
Let me see. Those dice are awesome.
Which ones? These ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're hollow.
Oh, that's right. They were kind of ringing, kind of weird. That's why. Look at that.
Oh,
And they got dragons on them.
That's so cool.
Get them dragons.
Got it
Yeah, I
from
got-
Comic Con this year.
these.
2d6.
I gave you that. That's fine.
I have this.
8.
Is what we're
We're
rolling.
gonna get somebody an enema.
No, I'm gonna eat powdered snacks
Thank you.
without getting them on my finger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this-
Thought
Are we
ahead.
rolling silver, copper,
Copper.
Copper.
copper?
Wait. I thought this was platinum.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa, 6 platinum.
Cool.
You got 6 platinum. You'll
Oh, yeah.
you'll rule this world.
All right,
Well,
we have to
much
get
more.
6 platinum, and we can rule this world.
We could buy our way into the gem and just say, screw the slow, screw you guys.
I plan on blowing up the gem. What did I
And she
say that
says
out loud?
nonchalantly as she walks down the road.
Are there any
She's
more?
like skipping. It's like,
Let's go blow up the gem.
I'm so excited.
But what's that compared to the misery perpetuated generation after generation in the slums?
Ian, what's your character's name?
Nonchalant,
Mama Maudry.
like the.
She
I
just-
can just
M.A.W.
see like the
D.R.I..
murder behind his eyes. He's like, yeah.
Well, if we steal enough money
Taz.
from the gem,
What's
then
your
there
character's
would
name?
help.
Wink. Wink
Let's kill a
Martindale.
widow.
I won't be helping the slums, but someone else could help the slums.
Who said anything about
Mama,
helping
what's your
them?
character's
I'm
name?
just saying, I won't
Let's go
help
with
the
Thea.
slums.
Thea?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's longer than that and more complicated to spell.
All right.
Is that how Mama walks?
Yeah, kind of like a hooping fashion.
You guys.
Kind of like a stork.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, got kind of like one leg. That's
Has just keeps pushing her back on track.
we like move to the left.
she
Do you need to
drifts.
feel like a healer or something?
I'm
So
like,
who was it that sent us on
Hi.
this mission again? What's the name?
It's the Dom.
The Don?
Yeah, the Dom.
Dom.
The head of the.
Like, yes, dummy.
is this the Toretto family?
Is that the?
Family.
Yeah. No. It's not.
It's all about family. I love those names.
Petting a cat.
Are we gonna?
All right. I don't know if you all are coming, but Taz is going.
All right, let's go see Bob Fillmore.
Yes. Sounds like a pretentious idiot.
This Bob is such a pretentious name.
He must be an idiot if he owes the Dom 25 silver.
Something bad happened.
So I'm going to assume that this person has a little bit more wealth to him. Maybe we shouldn't just try to barge through the front door again.
That's a good idea.
Maybe.
Probably a gambling debt, most likely.
I bet you're right.
Gambling, drugs.
Maybe we should just kill him and take everything.
That's too quick. You think too quickly.
I do.
You have to draw it out.
I jump to
Like
conclusions.
torture?
All I said was draw it out.
That's like
Jesus.
killing someone draw it out is torture.
I didn't say about killing. I said just drawing it out.
I think what he's
So
trying to
on a-
say is
on
that
a piece
keeping
of
Bob
paper?
alive is going to
Draw
be
it?
more of a generate
If
revenue
that's how you
income
want. If
for
that's
the
how you
Dom.
want to plan for it.
If we kill
I
him,
like
then-
it.
Okay.
That makes
They give you a
sense.
fist bump.
Yay.
Well done.
I don't know if we can
Like
stop our
flowers
new
in
happy
the
man.
hand. Huh.
We'll let him
Interesting.
do the talking. How about
You're doing the talking?
no?
This one.
The chipper one will be doing the
He
talking
seems
again.
We have
really
two
work
chipper
for
ones.
us.
Hello, Bob.
It's definitely
Hello,
a-
Bob.
Now
happier-
he's
Bob.
practicing.
Now, Bob. Hello,
You know what?
Bob.
Change of plans. Hey, Spaz, take this one to the back.
Spaz? It's with a T.
Right. Sure.
It doesn't count.
No. Ugly one and Sailor. Let's go to the front.
Where am I going again?
Circle around back. See
Okay.
what exits there are.
I go to the back.
Yeah, so yeah, you come to the main thoroughfare, to the main area. You can now see
we're not even
the
there yet.
pathway. Yeah, the path. So this a pretty wide street leading up towards. You see in the distance the closed gates of the gem, giant white walls, kind of encompassing this area. And behind the battlements, you can see the tops of the towers of the castle and multiple other governmental buildings inside the gem. That seems to be the power structure inside of there. Knowing that there is a shit ton of wealth in there, I can only get in, type of thing.
I would have so much fun.
And as you go down this main street, you see on the kind of one of the last house is, and it's a pretty big house. Off to the left, you see this nice white walled house, nice blue top to it, like nice a blue roof, chimney. There's actually a chimney attached to this house, which is pretty cool. But that's not really what's concerning you. The fact that the doors are wide open.
Fuck.
Several, and it looks like a lot of the furniture has been placed on the front lawn. Many of the
Crop sale.
places, it seems that they're being put into piles, and you see several creatures going in and out, moving furniture, moving boxes, moving whatever there is inside. You see one guy walk out with a giant, like, candlestick, like a big kind, like that seems to go up and it blooms out into like 4 or 5 candles made of some kind of metal. You see him kind of hauling it out there, setting it down. And you see before you, at kind of the front of the main, not at the door, but like off to the side, with kind of looks like a small book in his hand, little pen, a drow, wearing very beautifully white crimson clothes, like cloak, like almost like a robe of some kind. You see kind of a silver, actually it's like more of like a golden band, not pure, like not a gold, but like off gold, like probably some kind of like copper or maybe some kind of like bronze that's been shined to
Maybe even
almost
rose
a
gold.
Yeah, it's not. It's like a fake gold,
Hmm.
but like a shined gold, like a shined copper to almost make it look goldish. And he's wearing these silver, like a silver, not silver, a yellow, like sash around his shoulders that kind of droops down into the front. And he seems to be standing there, putting like writing some down as the person's coming out, as the movers are bringing this furniture out into the main garden in the front. They're kind of smushing the garden and the plants or whatever else is out there, just kind of setting stuff down in piles. And as you kind of approach, he looks over at you and he kind of closes the book and kind of glares at you as you approach.
Rogue, how sneaky are you?
Very sneaky. Does a yellow sash mean anything?
So those of you who are known, I guess I would be Eric would know, because he's known with religion and stuff. The rest of you guys, how much you guys know about the religious? Not too much. Not
Probably
really.
not.
Probably
I
nothing.
probably read a little bit about it in the book, got bored with it.
That
and-
doesn't get
So you would know that the main religion in this area is the Church of Sol
right.
and the Children of Sol. Essentially, it's a play off of the Roman Greek pantheon, but with different names. Sol being the main primary god, and he's represented as the sun, and his wife the moon.
So he's a religious fanatic. Okay, got it.
And you see before you
Or he works
his
for the church,
robes and
which is
stuff.
a
He's
fanatic.
definitely a part of
Zealous,
this church.
zealous.
And this church is very, since the collapse or since the reckoning, as the people have been calling it, the event that took place, the church has definitely stepped up its power and kind of taken over giant aspects of the government and have definitely implemented their will throughout the realm.
It's
throughout
legal
the empire.
extortion is what this is.
And more predominantly, you know them as, especially those that cast magics, that a section of the government called the Inquisitors are essentially religious fanatics that hunt down unlawful mages that practice the arcane arts, especially and divine arts, without the permission or privileges of the church.
And this is one of them.
No, he's not an Inquisitor.
Okay.
Oh,
But
that's
he-
good.
I was like,
Here,
Oh.
they are. You've never seen. I don't think any of you guys have ever seen an Inquisitor, but you've heard of them. It's kind of like the boogeyman that people hear about. Like, oh, you don't want the Inquisitor showing up, do you? And the kid's like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you see him kind of sit there, and he closes his ledger. He definitely looks to be up a little higher up in the church. Maybe like if I had to put like maybe like what's the in Catholic case? It's not a cardinal, but like a step below a cardinal.
Bishop.
The bishop. He would probably be a bishop.
Does he have that red hat?
No,
He's got the
has
gold.
he
That's
has
right.
that
I
gold.
love those.
Yeah.
So
Weird
is it kind of
hats.
safe to assume that, in a sense, the church and the Dom are at odds with each other?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
they don't see eye to eye.
okay. So
They
all right.
crack down a lot on
Yeah.
criminal organizations, and they believe all manner of power should be siphoned through the
And
church.
consolidated.
Yeah.
All right. So before we approach,
Surprise,
I'm going to
surprise.
kind of stop the group and be like, we might be a little too late to this party to collect. Maybe if you and somebody else want to sneak around back and see anything that you can find,
Mhm.
I'll go up and talk to the bishop and see how much he owes to the church.
It's gated all the way around.
Yeah, it's gated, but with a pretty good dexterity check, you can easily vault the wall and back.
Okay.
It's a 2-story, probably 5 bedrooms, 2 bathroom house.
Okay.
Living room, dining room downstairs. Upstairs are mostly bedrooms.
Three of
and
us
studies.
are up front. With you?
It doesn't matter. I mean, if she wants to take somebody with her, she can.
I'm
But-
not a sneaker. I'm sorry, I can't help.
Does anyone sneak?
No.
Nope.
Not really.
Okay, so I'm on my own.
Oh God.
Oh no!
This
Okay,
is gonna be so
I
good.
love it. Let's do it.
Okay, so I sneak around back.
So as
Have-
you kind of approach,
All I have is plus
She's
one.
running.
Give me a
So-
thumbs up.
Yeah, even as you're running away, just you don't even notice because you're so far running, but I still say, Taz, good luck.
Just like,
roll a
What'd you
quick
do?
stealth check,
I was wishing her
With
good luck, but
disadvantage
she was
because
far
you're
away.
part of the
But
group.
anyhow,
and you just like all of a
Well,
sudden peered off and just
can I-
went into the.
oh,
I'll tap her on the shoulder and give her guidance.
oh, okay, stealth. 7.
You have guidance.
I have guidance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does that do?
Add a
It's like
D4.
You got a D4.
So 7.
You roll sleight of hands check
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
because you're literally the guy staring at you as you do this. You kind of put your hand in.
I just put my hand on her.
I know, but you still got to do the somatic components and stuff. You still got to go.
Hold on a sec.
Maybe I could cast guidance on him so he can succeed.
Never looks back. Damn. Okay.
I don't have that though.
I don't have either.
I do have my paperwork on me.
I have frostbite.
Oh, nice.
Not that's gonna help.
Oh, nice.
Sleight of hand. Oh, okay. Good choice. 12.
Well, this is the new dice, by the way. So don't blame me if I roll well. He rolled a natural 20. You rolled a what?
7.
Plus
So 1. So 8.
8.
8.
You watch as this guy approaches, and he literally watches you like take off, like down the road.
I'm going to stagger and pretend to be drunk.
He watches you kind of do that, and you kind of disappear behind like the bushes down the way, and you know where to go to get to the back. He walks up, he watches Vegas, then looks directly at you and goes, I hope you have a permit for that incantation, sir.
I do.
Put his hand out. Takes it and he goes, interesting seal. If it checks out. Hands it back to you.
Thank you.
Alright,
The
proceed.
2-finger hand back. Pretentious.
How much money does Bob owe you?
How do you know about Robert?
Not much.
And what is your business here? I will be asking the questions and you will not. You will answer them.
That's not how this is going to work.
Oh, I think it will. You have no authority here, and you have nothing but he looks down at you and goes, that. And he kind of looks down at your arms and your eye.
Has anyone ever told you you're a little rude?
It's fine.
I am part of the church. I am allowed to be rude.
Good morning.
Oh gosh.
Funny, we have a holy man with us as well.
He looks down and he's like, if you call that a holy man, sure.
Good thing Taz isn't.
The only holy man that should be existing is the ones that are part of the church's soul and the children therein. What is your business here? And if it is not to be, if it is to disturb me, then kindly fuck off.
I'm going to do an insight check.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
18.
18.
Handful, do you know that?
What are you looking for specifically?
Really, his purpose is this for? Is he really representing the church, or is this for other things that? Is he trying to hide something?
Oh no, he is definitely a part of the church. Everything that you have, you would recognize him, especially you knowing that the Church of Saul and everything like that. They don't really see too kindly any other religion that's not a part of the Soul religion. You would look at him and you realize, yeah, he's one of those pretentious windbags.
He's one
Right, which is why he talked down to me because he saw my emblem of my deity on my shield.
Like they're not at war or anything like that, or they won't persecute you, but they will definitely turn their nose up
Right.
at you.
Arrogantly tolerated
Yeah.
is the mentality there. Yep, understood.
Yeah.
So good clergy man. What's the way I should address
God.
this?
Has anyone told you that you look hideous?
Yeah, I told her that just like 5 minutes ago.
That makes perfect sense.
Wow.
Hey, you are hideous.
Only on the outside.
Do you break
Aging
necks?
brings suffering.
Sweet
Okay,
God.
can we ignore my?
He crosses.
You
his
pity
arms.
me for my looks, right?
Yes, I guess so.
Perfect.
What do you need?
Okay. We're looking for Bob. We're
What
friends
is your
of
business
Bob.
with Robert?
Well, we see all his stuff on the ground. I mean, it seems like you guys are selling his stuff. We are worried about our friend.
Does he owe you a debt too?
Yes.
We should not be concerned, and that debt is now null and void, as he has taken the, what was it, Zionic Sanctuary.
What's that?
does that mean?
Zion.
Zionic Sanctuary is where he has joined the church as a, how would you say,
Protection.
acolyte,
Mm.
donating everything he owns, including his life, to the church. And now all debts have been paid for and are null and void from here on out.
Oh, so you're going to pay us?
No. Everything that he owns is now the church's, to be repurposed however we see fit.
Right, and he owes us money, so you're going to give us the money because it's your money now.
Unfortunately, it does not work that way.
Transfer
If someone
properties,
enacts Zionic Sanctuary,
Changes
it
between
means
people
that
C and A also
every
equals
single
C,
thing they
so
own
that-
is given to the church, and all debts, bankruptcies, business deals, anything that has to do with him are null and void. His slate is clean.
Well,
Friends of the slums say otherwise. You don't strike me as friends of the
no,
slums.
No, shut.
Good morning.
Are you a friend of the slums?
I'm.
Good morning.
We're looking for Bob.
I think he's broken.
Roll persuasion check.
He's broken.
We just need Bob. We'd really like to see him.
Unfortunately, Bob is not with us. He is being oriented.
17.
17?
Yeah.
He looks like this. I kind of got that whiff to begin with, but I understand that you're taking pity on the man.
Maybe you can
You
find
can see the
something
crew that I
inside.
run with.
He looks over at you.
If I roll okay.
Robert is not with us. He is currently being oriented during his orientation at the main church,
Oh.
where all new acolytes will reside.
So we don't even have a chance to say goodbye to him and then wish him well in
Unfortunately
this new
not.
life.
He is currently busy, as you would say.
That is unfortunate. Would have been nice to say goodbye.
If you
to him,
wish
please.
to go ahead and talk to him, you may set up an appointment at the bishop at the main entrance, and he will give you a date and time after his orientation, which could take up to 6 months.
Okay.
At which time he will be let free to be able to have some time to be able to say goodbye to wherever he wishes, and then he will be shipped off to the nearest, how would you say,
He's running.
needed zone. You best fit his skills.
Maybe we ought to
The
just
church.
walk around his estate for a few. Would you be okay with us doing that?
No.
Okay.
You may promptly leave. I have business here, and you have already set me back at least 10 minutes. If you
You're
excuse
not even
me,
doing anything. You're just standing here.
just looks, glares at you. As I said, I'm busy. And he turns around and goes back to the house.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Oh, he's in the house.
Oh, he goes back towards the house. Like you guys are like
Oh,
having this
yeah.
conversation in the
Yeah.
street.
Okay. Okay.
So as they're happening, so this is happening. He kind of approaches you, dodge off to the left. What do you do?
So I go into like sneaky stealth mode.
Okay. Quickly, you get find some dark areas. Go ahead and roll stealth check.
Okay. Come on.
I believe in you.
Fail me. Okay. Okay. 19.
19. Okay.
So I pull up my hood.
Yeah, keep that mind. What are you gonna do?
So
What is it?
I pull up my hood and I sneak up to the back and
Alright.
take a look at it first, see if there's any movement or.
So there's currently kind of like a chest high like fence slash like bush that's been like carved like as a square around
Yeah.
the back of the entire entrance of it. You're looking in the back. The back door is not open, but you see several windows. The upstairs windows are open. It seems that they're like in a draft,
Okay.
and you can see that based upon your roll and perception check.
Perception. Ooh. 11.
11. You've only seen 3 movers, so there might be more inside. You're
Okay.
not sure, but at least 3, and they've been primarily at the front of the house, so you're not quite sure exactly how many people are left inside.
And if I roll really good on something, can I get to the second story windows?
Oh yeah, you could definitely with your acrobatics and the way your agility. Yeah,
So I get over the hedge.
Mhm.
And
jump over the edge, kind of roll, tuck roll. Kind of,
sneak
into the
over
house.
and start climbing the
yeah,
wall.
go ahead, roll an acrobatics.
Okay. 19.
19. Quickly, agilely, kind of jump up to the second story building. Kind of push yourself up like you did with the fat guy. Look inside. You can see inside is a study.
Ooh.
Looks like most of the furniture has been moved already.
Okay.
What we do notice is that in the corner, you see a safe.
Yes.
As it's been bolted to the ground, it hasn't been moved at all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm going to slip in.
kind of tuck and roll,
I'm going to just listen for a little bit.
hang out for a second.
Is the door open to the study?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay. I'd like to close it.
Go to the door. Close the door.
Yeah. Can it be locked?
Yeah, you can lock it from the inside.
Okay, I'm going to lock it.
Turn the lock on it.
And then go towards the safe.
All right, go to the safe.
Okay. And then start trying to figure out how to open it.
All right, roll a lock picking.
Is that just...
These tools.
Essentially, it
I
would
think
be
it's Dex plus your proficiency, right?
yeah, it would be a Dex plus your proficiency.
Okay.
Set her up for failure.
Yeah,
We're just like, hey, go around back, and we just fucked off.
Oh,
Oh boy!
Wait,
You do pretty well.
plus 3. Oh, this?
For now.
Oh, so it's just...
She saw a
3.
naked fat man
That's my
earlier.
initiative.
She
That's
did.
my initiative.
He was hot.
So, proficiency's a plus.
I mean,
so
that's
plus
why he
3.
was naked.
Oh,
Yeah,
where it
it's
says
hot.
proficiency? So
Yeah.
5. So
Yeah,
plus
so
5.
Yeah, definitely. Hot.
Ooh,
At 9 a.m.
22.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go up to the safe. You kind of sit there and hear it. You just wait for the click. And you hear the click.
Mm-hmm.
Turn back again. Click. Turn back again. Click and you click and clunk. Open it up. Open it up. It's empty.
Dang it! Are there any like false anything in
Roll an investigation check.
You can do it. You still get guidance?
there?
No.
Natural
Oh,
20.
natural 20.
So 24.
Woo!
You do actually. You actually go in the back and you open it up. It's also empty.
Dang it!
It seems that,
so well. and
however,
there's
you
nothing
do know
there.
with a natural 20, it looks like whatever was in here, there was something in here just recently, and it hasn't been opened. But you can tell for probably a couple days, as far as you know. So before the people came in. But you do notice that with the dust and settled inside, something was in here, and it was moved probably within the last couple days, based upon the dust of where the stuff was compared to where. So these people haven't touched it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever these guys were didn't touch it, and I'm only saying this because of the natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
How big? Like, can I tell how big it
It
is?
looks like there's probably a couple boxes, probably boxes about this size,
Okay.
and maybe a couple bags of here and there. Maybe some looks like parchments or something like that. So a decent amount of stuff was taken out of the safe probably a couple days ago.
He prepped for this.
Yeah,
Wow, he was.
Someone didn't want to give everything to the church.
Yeah, he was ready for this.
So probably whatever he did is he's got Yeah, he probably took it somewhere
Okay.
before he enacted Zionic Sanctuary.
Yeah. Is there? I'm gonna close it and. It looks like I wasn't there and spin it. Is there anything else in the study?
Actually, there is. I would say with that natural 20,
Okay.
you do look over and you see kind of a box, like several boxes in the beginning, in the middle of the room. And as you kind of go over and you're about to kind of go back out the window, you look over and you reach down and you see looks like a desk candlestick.
A desk candle.
And as you pick it up, you go, this is made of pure copper.
Okay.
This can be melted down. And it's probably worth about 14 copper.
Okay.
Nowhere near where Yo's, but it's so.
We're down to 24 silver now, so
Oh.
that's pretty good.
So I take that. Is there anything else in those boxes?
Looking further, probably not really.
Okay.
It seemed that he had that on there, kind of more of a,
I don't know if I keep the ring or something.
at least, yeah, not in this room that you see.
Pretzel has no salt on it.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
I know.
It's not on the fire. It's just a piece of wood.
Okay. Well,
Oh, I like that.
I just wonder if you hid it in the house somewhere else.
So as you guys are finishing up this, and actually as you're thinking and you're kind of hearing this, you hear up from the outside, you hear a good day, kind of like a
Get to the window.
oh, not like I'm not telling you to get to the window, but that conversation outside has definitely
he's done.
ended. He's done.
So
So
I
he's
get to the window.
walking back to the house.
Yeah.
All right, you get to the window. You look down. Seems pretty clear. Acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check. Okay.
Fall out the
window.
Just land right on him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What'd you get? A natural one.
Nice.
You get out and you kind of turn yourself, but you misstep your foot and you go poof, and you land on the ground. You guys are outside. You look as he's walking back to the house. All of a sudden, the two movers that just moved out, like looks like an armoire,
It's a weird weight.
or like looks like a coffee table, and they just moved it down to here. Did you hear that? Oh, I heard something back there. What was that back? And you see the kind of two of the builders kind of, what was that? And they kind of start going into the house.
It was probably a beaver.
Roll persuasion check.
Definitely a beaver. There was definitely a beaver.
10. Terrible. I did take the candlestick. I didn't. That's my
I figured you would.
Ooh, I would.
So all
15?
we're all
15?
we're all
15?
witnessing that.
Yeah, you
watching
guys
them?
have just seen that. As she yells out, it's probably a beaver. And the guy goes,
I'm in the back of that.
You
house,
know
so
what?
I didn't see me
my
fall.
uncle got mauled by a beaver once. He goes, oh, is it? We both stayed. Oh, it's a good idea. Oh. And he watches it, and then the guy goes, like the drow, he goes, it's not a fucking beaver. Go check out what it is. But
Be
that,
careful, it might be a beaver.
she looks over and goes, what's that? That's a beaver. She says it could be a beaver.
Balderdash!
He looks back at you.
Bishop!
That does seem to be what you think about my beaver idea. It's
Did we
balderdash.
catch the bishop's name?
No, you didn't. He didn't say his name.
It's not good.
He goes, please leave. And he goes back to the house and he opens his door. Continue fucking working. Just continues to write in his ledger.
And I try to make it over the.
Yeah, I would say with the beaver incident, you're like, fuck, you're gonna walk over to the door. You definitely probably, I'd say you took 1 point of damage just
Okay.
falling off the roof.
Oh no! I'm at 10 now,
And you go,
guys.
yeah,
Oh,
you,
no.
you flop over the back
And I just lay
fence.
there.
You're like, my back. But sure enough, you guys are now standing here in the middle of the street, looking down the alleyway towards where she's at. You can see her, like, her head just like behind the bushes, like, oh, and just staring up.
Stupid candlestick is really heavy, guys.
Oh, I think it dug in my back.
Oh, yay, Matt one's my favorite.
They're my favorites. Yes, they are.
So we're in a bit of trouble.
Mm.
We're gonna get
should probably
25
not
silver.
be here when we're talking. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So Taz gets up and joins you guys again, and You
She
okay?
like-
I'm fine.
She's walking like Mama Marjorie.
Nothing
Are
happened.
you insulting me?
I was thinking about the list of things, the exclusionary list. He did not mention bequeathals.
I feel awful.
I'm being empathic.
We could say we were supposed to collect a bequeathal Robert had left us.
That fall really
don't
took
think
a
it
lot
matters
out
to
of
the
me.
church.
Took my exit.
Matt, can you hear me?
Yes, that is true.
Hey.
He's back.
Hey!
Let's
So we need to go away, like away.
Well, shit.
All right. What do you guys do?
We're in trouble.
What time of the day is it?
It's probably around noon.
No, okay.
Should we try to go to the church and talk to Bob? Robert.
6 weeks later.
Yeah, it might be.
Wait, I wasn't there. I don't know.
6 months.
Yeah, you have also until nightfall.
Which is 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, probably sunset's probably around 8.
Did we already figure out that he works with the Dom?
He told us as much.
Yeah,
told us-
In effect.
not directly, but you kind of figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Can
yeah.
read between the lines.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's alive or if he's
Matt.
frozen.
Matt, are you frozen?
No, I'm here. What's up?
Well, you're frozen, but
Okay, as long as you can
yeah,
hear
as
us.
long as you can hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear and see fine.
Okay, good. We don't need to see you.
Mumarth,
Try to shut.
Did you tell us about the safe?
I was waiting until we're far away.
All right, yeah, we'll get moving.
Mumar, I agree. We should go talk to Bob.
Do we know his name? Do we know his name?
We were
Yeah, he
introduced.
said his name.
Know his name? Okay.
That's why I told him. Good morning.
Then right.
Yeah, and
He
they
gave
tried
his
to tell
name,
him
so I
his
said,
name,
"Good
so
morning,
I don't care.
Mumar."
Was he here?
And then I knocked on the door.
At least.
So I tell you all about the safe and about what had been in there and how it has been moved. It's like he was getting ready to run to the church.
Yeah, this is a problem.
How will the busmen be about all this?
It will not end well for most of us.
Awesome. That's great.
Quite poorly.
Here's my thought. Bob either has moved the money or has given it to someone. I mean, being an acolyte of the church, Bob's not going to have access to the money, so he's given it to a friend. But we need to find out who.
That makes sense.
Was he married at all?
You didn't while you were in there. You didn't see anything that would hint at any form of marriage or children or anything like that.
Okay.
It would make sense he would have a network of people, business associates, friends, for somebody of his station.
Did he have like a job or anything before going to the church? Like what was he before?
This is my first time collecting from Bob. I'm not sure.
We need to figure out what he did before, find out his network, and go from there.
The only thing that I can think of, any plan, is we go to the church and I can disguise myself as the bishop and request a meeting with Bob and have a conversation with him.
Now, I don't mean to be rude.
Yes.
So, you're a Minotaur,
Yes.
and you're going to dress like Bob.
No.
No,
Or you're going to dress as the bishop.
As the bishop.
Yeah.
So you're going to become a drow somehow.
Yes.
How are you going to go from Minotaur to drow?
Disguise self.
Wait, I don't know that. I don't know he has a permit. Never mind.
I kind of look at everybody. I'm like, it's a tall order to go
Yeah.
from 7 foot tall bull to 5 foot tall elf.
So
What
I'm
if I
starting
make it a short order?
to learn that you're a bit thick as well. I'm going to cast a magical spell on myself to give the illusion that I am the drow.
Okay.
Ah! Ha ha!
I told you weren't ready. I told you
I wasn't ready. I wasn't
No,
ready.
right away when we
Yep.
started, I was like, oh, God.
Maestro.
Okay.
Unless somebody else has another plan. I mean, otherwise we wait for 6 months, even though we only have until nightfall, or
I don't
try
know
to
if-
break into the church
I guess let's go to the church.
in daylight.
I mean, we have
we
to.
don't have time.
Right.
Sunset ends when the sun gets below the horizon. We discussed this.
Scientifically.
Old lady, let Mumar do. Yes.
I just don't know if this Bob fellow would actually tell us what he's hidden after he's successfully hidden it. Because he's protected. So we can't really do anything to him. I mean, we can, but...
I mean, a few well-placed threats do tend to loosen people to lips.
but
We could
have
take
to know
his
what
thumbs.
to threaten him with.
Well, I mean, technically, you're gonna have to go in by yourself,
Right.
right? Because you could disguise yourself.
Right. I can't disguise
I
all
cannot.
of this. I mean, I think just by showing up and showing how easily I was able to
I do have
gain a conversation with him might scare him enough to show that even though he is protected by the church, he's not, I guess, fully protected, I guess you'd say. Well, it seems a bit repetitive.
Taz does have a disguise kit.
Maybe Bob skipped on the church, too.
I think Bob is going to the church for protection from the Dom.
For now.
Yes.
Does the Dom have any like contacts or anything within the church that we can use? Or, like any foothold we can use in the church?
Oh.
I don't know if he does.
Is that another sad pretzel?
Yeah. They all are. There's no salt. Like, there's like barely any salt.
There's salt on those.
So we're looking for information on Bob right now, correct?
Yeah. Wait, what is Bob anyway? Do we even know what Bob is?
Oh,
We don't know.
We have nothing.
just Bob Fillmore owes 25. So
I might know a place where we can get some information.
Well, lead on.
All right.
We're on the move.
I think you should take psychic damage for that one.
I'm going to. Take 2 damage.
Even Wink smiled, but he started to
good ones,
wince
right?
with that one,
They're just
like that.
Close.
Uh,
I'm not taking it.
oh, can I look at my pouch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as you walk, you kind of flip it open.
Yeah.
Look inside.
What'd you get?
It looks like some kind of. Well, there's 2 things in there. 25 silver. 25 silver. There's 1 gold.
We're
No.
saying
Do you cancel out?
I don't know. I'm just kind of redoing it. See.
Gotcha. You look inside. You see some kind of like orangey rock of some kind. And you see three copper.
3 copper. Okay. So I'm gonna add that. I put the copper back in my little pouch of money that I had. 3. And oh, I'm so rich, guys. I got 9.
dang. You're our party banker.
9 copper.
Yep.
That's what I already had.
Oh.
After you've taken out this, like it's about this size.
The rock.
Yeah, the little rock, and you can actually kind of see there's like it looks transparent through it, like an orange. Yeah, and you actually see there's like something like inside of it.
Ooh.
Almost looks like maybe some kind of bug or something like that.
Is it
Or it's
moving?
like, no, as you kind of hold it up, it's amber.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
nothing really of value, but definitely be cool if like put on the staff or maybe like the end of a dagger or something like that. Like
Yeah.
that. add a little flair to. So I think it was more like a keepsake that he probably kept on him, like a lucky charm,
Yeah.
rather than.
It's shiny. I like it.
Yeah, it's definitely nice and polished.
Could drill into it and start Jurassic Park.
We should always
We
think
already
about
have
whether you
dinosaurs,
should.
man.
I mean, yeah, we already do, but now we're gonna get extinct ones, maybe. I don't know.
The extinct one. Elves and humans.
Yeah. Bring back the Cro-Magnon. What do they call
Yeah,
it
are
in
there-
French? It's what do they call it? I don't know. What's up?
Are there many elves and humans in town?
Not very.
Okay.
Just you.
You know that
Just me.
since
Cool. Yeah.
Phoebe.
you know since the reckoning
Oh, cool bird.
that
Oh, that's right. I have a crow.
you do, I would say actually you don't
Looked
have
like a raven. Instead of
Hi, Matt.
just because
He's off.
Hey guys.
That's
Hey.
sweet.
that yeah.
That's
so
really cool.
How about my pet?
what was I going with that? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
He's probably off doing something, finding shiny stuff for you.
Oh yeah. He's my collector. I have a crow.
Wonderful.
Oh.
We're gonna go to the earlobe inn.
So what is it?
Earlobe inn.
Taking you for a little bit, you pass by, and you pass. It's near the market, kind of off on this little side alley. A pretty good sized building, and sure enough, above the door, you see kind of a symbol of a giant earlobe, and in it says the Earlobe Inn. It's midday, so you don't see too much traffic going inside, as people are probably working in the factories or at the market or whatever else. And
How low does it?
it's very low.
It's very
Actually,
low.
the earlobe goes it's like very droopy. Like
So it's not a very tall building either.
it's a 2-story.
Okay.
It's a 2-story. Kind of overhangs a little bit. The second story kind of like a little bit too big for the lower. Almost looks like it's gonna like fall off, but it's still attached with like pillars and stuff.
So it wobbles to and fro.
Probably wobbles with it. You go to the front door, and sure enough, Mumar walks up, opens the door, and inside it's very dark. Like candles are very lit low on the very low setting, almost to the point where like they were crafted that way, so they only gave off low light. Along the chandelier on the top, same thing. The candles are very low lit. This entire room looks almost made for secrecy. The main hearth at the center, you see kind of the fireplace sitting there at a very low, crackling fire kind of going. But the outskirts almost looks like these little pods, almost like little pods inside of this, almost like the honeycomb pods along the edges of the building. And there's chairs and stuff in the center, kind of for like main people. The bar sits at the very end, very nice dark oak, a dark oak bar stool, a bar top,
Yeah, I can hear you. I just want to make sure you're still on.
and behind you see a very assortments of bottles and wines and other stuff. Some things that are actually behind looks like glass, almost locked away in some areas, just to keep from people from like reaching out and grabbing it. Like we're coming behind there instead. You see several patrons in these honeycomb like booths along the edges. They're kind of just sitting there having like conversation, and it's almost as if even as you pass by them, you can't hear their conversation. It almost seems like the way these honeycombs are set up, that the sounds of their talking gets reflected back into the main area. So unless you're standing at the entrance or can read lips, you can't understand or hear anything they're saying.
It took a while to figure that out, the acoustics, so it would actually bounce back and kind of be an echo chamber within inside each booth.
And as you kind of are looking around and absorbing this entire situation, you look behind you and you see a massive creature. Big arms, scars across his arms, light gray, bluish skin. What was it called?
Ludwig.
Luxodon. He's a Luxodon. So an elephant. Big kind of ears, kind of drooping down, kind of tusks, kind of moving, kind of slowly down, almost in like a little curl at the edge. You see little like rings across his tusks around the ivory. You see kind of ear piercings across his earlobes. Very, I would say older, but definitely middle-aged type of Luxodon. He looks up and you see him just kind of sit there, and he kind of leans forward and he goes,
Mumar. You don't have to drag out the moo part every time.
Good to have you back.
I'm gonna slap 2 copper on the table.
The usual.
A drink and some information.
You know the price.
and he reaches behind him. Looks like he grabs a mug. Not like the assortment, like a normal parts of the mug, but like a specific mug from the shelf of like different behind him, and he kind of takes it off, sets it down underneath him. You hear, and he kind of puts it in front of Mumar,
Excuse me.
almost as if the mug was made for Mumar.
Are you a Mug Club member here?
Sure.
Just all.
I helped Ludwig, I guess, with the acoustics in this place. We did a lot of work together trying to figure out how to keep the place silent.
The work is very appreciated. Well,
And every time he goes home, you see his trunk like, whoosh, and kind of like,
well, you know the price. Information for information. What do you offer the Whispers?
Offer the what?
whispers.
That's his code name.
His
Right. He's the man you want to see if you need information on somebody.
And the price is secret for a secret.
Oh.
A lot of people nowadays aren't paying the dom as they should.
Speak up just that way they can hear you.
It was really aggressive. It shouldn't have been.
Nope.
Sorry, headphone users.
Yeah. It's becoming more frequent that people aren't paying the dom, and I think there might be a move soon from the church against the dom himself.
Is this rumors or facts?
Keen observations from a man on the ground.
Secret accepted. Well,
Robert Fillmore. Who are his closest associates? People that he would trust with his life.
He kind of goes over, looks over, and he kind of looks up and goes,
the name has crossed the Whisper's ears recently. It seems he has liquidated all aspects of his business and home, though my rats tell me not all of it, as the numbers don't add up. His associates have disbarred him, and it seems he has nowhere to turn but the church.
So where would he be hiding his extra assets that he's keeping from the church?
My rats have yet to find, but he would keep them in a secret place, away from prying eyes.
More secret than a safe with a secret compartment?
That does seem odd to me. I'm not saying that somebody had broken into his house today, but there may have been someone who was able to get into his safe, and in the secret compartment hidden within the safe, and noticed that it too was empty recently.
Secret for a secret. There might be more to the story if more secrets are offered.
and he kind of looks at the rest of the group.
Now's the time to get in his good graces. He's very useful for our line of work.
I don't have anything.
It doesn't have to be about you. Ludwig likes to keep his ears to the ground, so to speak. Not much goes on in the city that he hasn't heard.
My rats tell me much.
I don't mean to interject, but since he's on, would this be a good time for
To
meet up? Since we're in the bar.
yeah, I know it's gonna happen.
Okay, no,
Don't
you're
worry,
good.
Matt. I'm getting to you.
Is he right outside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Matt's here. No, he's not.
He's joking.
I mean, DJ said, "All right, is this a good chance?" And then he got up and moved.
Did he
So
fall? I heard him slam against the edge.
Or is he getting wood? Is wood out there?
I think he's taking a little tinkle break.
Oh, never mind.
he like
getting
drop a
getting
rock.
wood, actually.
Is that a kidney stone?
I'm trying to think of.
Matt, how was the race?
It was good. She said it was at certain points, a single file rocky trail.
Holy crap!
Yeah, she took one fall, bruised her knee up pretty bad.
Oh, owie.
But 13.1 and just a little under and 222.
That's pretty awesome. Oh, you sent a picture.
Yep.
I don't get
Nice.
pictures. I don't believe in pictures. I think pictures are racist.
Would you like to see a non-moving video?
Sure, yes. Hey, good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
I paused it.
Did you?
No,
It's a picture.
Yeah, it's a picture. I'm sorry, I had to trick you.
It's fine. Yeah. So it was Fillmore, right? His name.
Yes.
Bob Fillmore.
Robert, as he was described by the bishop.
Was it Whispers called? The Whisperer. I forget his name.
Ludwig.
Yeah, Ludwig. Ludwig
Oh,
continues looking at the rest of the group, waiting for any information that might be given.
I don't really have any good secrets.
Matt, do you have any good secrets you could offer up? Just anything out of the blue, anything.
I
For
don't.
what?
Just anything. Just if you have a secret to offer up, because this would be a good time to introduce you.
You can make it up.
Yeah, you can just make it up. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Anybody can make it up. Doesn't have to be. It just can be anything.
None of the jewelry that I am wearing was originally mine. There's that one.
I've known you for like a few hours, and that's not very much of a secret.
I know, I don't have very many good
I got one. I got a secret.
All right.
So, you guys might not believe this, but I kind of know a little bit about the rich and mighty of the city. The Drake family. He killed his wife.
He looks over at you and he goes, "Oh, is this fact or rumors?"
It's probably a rumor.
You couldn't help it overhearing this is actually made up fiction. She
Made up-
died of natural causes.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
As you hear this, you see Ludwig look over, and sure enough, you see Matt's character. Matt, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So as you look over, you see a long jacket.
God, it's
very
just a
vibrant
jacket.
hat. Yep. Very. Picture Bane, Cad Bane from the Star Wars. That's kind of what you're seeing. He's
The good, bad, and the
red
ugly
skin.
kind.
Red skin, yellow eyed. He's got one white hair, just long strip hanging down over the front of his left side of his face. Not very imposing, about 6 foot. Pretty skinny.
Mumar would recognize him. The rest of the group, so Ian is like an old crotchety hag. Bex is, I would say, probably a young, caramel skinned looking. You can't really tell what she is. Like maybe elf, maybe human. You're not sure. Molly's playing a fawn with like flowers and stuff like that in her hair. Eric is a human with weird weird smile on his face, and of course, Mumar is the Minotaur with the fake arm and eye that are, of course, Warforged created. You would have, I would say that the Dom would have contacted you to track down this group as well, as you are also a part of this initial group, and that you, due to other businesses, you finished up for your guild, and you finally were like, okay, well, I gotta go do this now, and you showed up and you tracked them down to the you can take some, to the Whispers if you want. So you kind of show up and say that.
Oh, all right. Don't use those. Okay.
Did you catch all that?
I did.
There's cups there. Stacked cups.
That'll work.
He goes.
Just a little bit of sawdust. My bad.
Merry Christmas.
Ludwig looks on. He goes,
Secret accepted. My rats tell me that he was seen leaving his abode 3 days ago and headed to the docks. He went to Pier 15 and stayed there for some time, dropping something in the waters. My rats could not see what, but he left about 20 minutes later and went to the church and hasn't been seen exiting since.
Time to go swimming, I think.
Secret for secret.
I think you've given us plenty for what we need. Lovely. Thank you.
he kind of looks at you and goes,
Welcome.
Hobgoblin, nice to see you again.
Been a while.
A hobgoblin.
It has.
Been a while.
Huh?
A hobgoblin and a hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin and Hob.
Is that his name?
Hey, what's your name, Matt?
My name is Mallory Bay. You may call me Mal or Bay.
But not Matt.
Kind of on the nose. I like it.
Listen, I want to be upfront to the rest of you. I'm not going to learn your name.
Do they see your weapons, Matt, or do you have them hidden?
It's been hidden.
Okay.
You don't want to know my name?
You're not the first, second, or even third group that I've had to work with. It changes frequently who gets assigned to me to collect and repossess certain items.
Is that because they move on and leave you behind?
Probably because they died.
Oh.
A little bit of both. Some move up, some move 6 feet under. Some just leave.
How everything stops.
I love it.
It's just like
It's such a
pause of
dynamic
silence.
change.
Yeah, it's so
I love
And
it
then
so much.
continue.
I'm just
man.
not used to it yet.
No.
Because like we can barely get him to focus. Like, hey, wizard, huh? Yeah, okay.
Mumar! I think he will remember you.
I think so. The point being, don't get upset if I don't call you by your name. It's not important to me.
What would you call me?
Well, we didn't even drop our name, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true. I don't know if I really told him.
No. I mean, I heard your guys' names with the portal. I mean, you didn't throw mine. But anyway.
For now, I may just call you Hag.
It's acceptable.
Thank you.
All right, what do you guys wish to do? You still have a drink in front of you.
Drink it. Just
Loop. He reaches. He's like, "Oh, do you have a? Did you get some too? It's gonna be a copper piece." You didn't get anything?
No.
Okay.
We're poor.
Yeah, I know.
He,
We gotta save our
he
money.
takes the mug and he goes,
Look forward to our next meeting, Mumar.
until next time.
and he goes back. He watches. He cleans out the mug and puts it back on the shelf where it was.
To the ducks.
To the docks.
To the docks.
Woohoo!
It's about 1:30 in the afternoon now. Sure enough, who wants to head up this? Who knows where the docks are? Yes,
I
you
do.
are.
I say I don't think I would.
That would make
I don't think I've
sense.
ever gone to the docks.
I'm gonna fall in line with Mumar real quick.
You would know that the docks. There's two docks actually.
Oh,
There's
we're
one on
bringing
the.
the hobgoblin with us
There's one on the north. Yeah. So. Sorry.
now?
Didn't mean to interrupt. Okay. You know that the docks, there's one to the north and there's one to the south. And they're numbered, of course, by which dock is the farthest south, starts with a 1, and moves upwards. And you know that 15 would be on the north side, just past the industrial complex or industrial era, and move into. So you'd have to go outside the city walls, the slums, and then take a right to the city or to the docks. So,
All
right, traveling through the industrial city, you see as you're passing by many of these factories, you see several looks like kind of underweight triceratops, kind of in the corner. They've been hauling stuff back and forth, equipment and whatnots across the industrial era. You see as you're passing by kind of a parasaur that kind of seems to be walking as well, kind of also holding a massive cart full of looks like equipment and giant like boxes and barrels in the back. Not underfed or anything like that, but definitely been doing this for some time.
Oh, that's
Oh,
what it's called.
cute.
I think-
Yeah, but they're like 12 foot tall.
Oh,
wonderful.
I want one.
And he seems to come past. You know, he's an herbivore, so he just kind of walks past. You see him chewing on some kind of cud or something like that as he walks past. His hind legs, or like his main legs, are kind of up. You know, they can ride on all four, but they can like put up their legs, and big back legs are going boom, boom, passing by you. Sure enough, you get to the main entrances, and there you see, kind of caged off to the right hand side, kind of in a bigger metallic pen. You see a medium-sized carnotaur, like a giant meat eater, giant teeth kind of lining up the wall on the side of the toothy maw, as Matt would say. Kind of has guard drapes around him with a saddle that seems to be wrapped around its upper body, tiny little arms. You guys know what a carno looks like. Think of dinosaurs from Disney's dinosaurs.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Oh
movie.
yeah, I remember that
You can
show.
pull up another.
What is it?
It's
Disney's.
called a carno.
Yeah, good show.
The carnos can they're about on height. I'd say probably about 15, 16 foot tall, but this is probably about a 9-10 footer, kind of a medium sized one. Guard drapes around him. Looks like he's part of the watch. As you walk past, you see several of the guards. A couple goblin guard members, an orc to the left, and one hobgoblin off to the right. As they're letting people go back and forth inside the main city because nobody really watches this thing because they don't care who comes into the middle ring. They only care about people going into the gem.
Hmm.
As people are walking in, they kind of look past you and they kind of tip their hat. Especially at
They don't care.
Mallory, they see Mallory pass by and they kind of like tip their hat at him.
They only care about people going into the gym.
Yeah, the gem, the main center of the city,
Gym where we're going to work out.
where all the
We're
kind
gonna
of
fight
the
our
if you want
Pokemons.
to call them the elites reside and kind of rule over the kingdom or the empire from within the walls of the gem. You exit the main city. Did you find a picture?
I didn't.
Really?
No, I don't know. I found some animatronic looking thing.
Oh.
I just kind of imagined the thing Luke
Think of
rode
a
on Hoth.
think of a
Oh,
smaller
yeah, that's how I imagine them, but with less fur.
think of a smaller T-Rex.
Okay.
So it's still got the little dangly arms.
They're starting to think that their arms may be backwards, like a chicken.
I think they're actually their wings.
Could be.
You
Yeah.
look at ever look at an ostrich, and this is gonna blow your mind. Look at an ostrich's skeleton,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you're looking at an ostrich skeleton, they have dinky little arms.
Yeah.
But we all know they have giant wings. Although they couldn't fly, they still have just giant wings. And
my fight or flight response.
my
I am a frightless bird.
my theory is that they actually were wings. That the wings were all made of like hollow things, so they all
They don't
couldn't-
fossilize.
They
All of
didn't
them still
fossilize. They
fossilize.
just disintegrated.
If I could have,
The only thing left is your little claw at the front part of their wings.
I want to smoke an ostrich wing. Might be pretty good.
You could feed a family on that.
There's no meat to it.
I've been on one for
Oh, there's
Oh, yeah.
meat.
Probably not. 'Cause they don't fly much. Yeah.
No.
Ostrich leg though.
Yeah, there you go, an ostrich leg.
Like a little drum, like a drumstick.
Little.
Um, Sure enough, you walk out of the city and to your right, and immediately the stench of the slums hits you. As you walk out, the roads are very. Is that an ostrich leg?
Yeah, this guy's a fucking Lou.
It's an ostrich leg.
Yum.
The guy's like, I'm gonna eat
I
that.
want to eat it.
Man, I thought you were vegan.
She is not vegan.
the furthest thing from vegan.
That's fair.
Yeah, sure enough, you walk out, and the slums hit you. The stench of it kind of definitely wafts into you. Smell of shit and piss, of desperation and depression.
Yeah.
Depression hits you first.
So
It smells
Detroit,
like sadness
then.
and regret.
You walk past, and sure enough, you make your way through the muddy streets of the essentially wooden. It's almost like it's not even like separate buildings. They're just like buildings, like wooden shacks built up on wooden shacks that are built upon wooden shacks. Think of it like Ready Player One,
Yeah.
with like all the different like things stacked upon like called the stacks, right?
Stacks on.
Think of it
stacks.
as that, but like with just wooden structures, just kind of built on themselves, and just kept
Well, that
adding
seems
more with
safe.
giant giant
Ready
Player
One,
One.
too.
like laundry wire going across with like different clothes lined up all along and wires and different things coming off and ropes and things kind of expanding the gaps of the streets. And as you kind of walk past kind of this essentially alleyway towards the docks, you can see that sure enough, there's like kids rolling around in the street. There's like dogs. You see like several compies jump out and like roll in the dirt and they skid off. You see one compy jump off and grab a rat and just runs away with it. The rat's like eating it. Like, ducks into an alleyway.
I clap for it.
What's up?
To
I
capture
was
its
wondering.
prey.
There's a good moment for you.
Well done.
And
Ah.
there are like you see several people in the streets. You see one guy, like he kind of stumbles out of it looks like a doorway that he's been staying in. He looks up and goes, and he smiles, and you can see broken, nasty teeth, and you notice also his gums are blue. They almost look blue, and his eyes are almost like bloodshot purple,
Mushrooms.
slightly
Shit,
hair.
I was about to say, like, this is one of the things I wanted to do was I was gonna try and find somebody to sell this mushroom to for 5 copper.
Mhm.
I think this might
He
be my
kind of
guy.
steps in and goes, "Hey, you got any crystalline?" As you guys would know that there's many different forms of drugs in this world. What you have currently
It's not what he's looking for.
is
We can always
called
tell 'em that-
Shademore.
Mhm.
But there
Yeah, we
is
could always
what he just said was another drug. Essentially, it's like
Meth.
meth, but it's called crystalline,
Mhm.
and it's harvested from crystals from the north. Essentially, it grows out of it's an ongoing crystal that they can continuously harvest and make it into a powdery crystal form that people then rub on their gums. That turns them a blue color, rots their teeth out, makes them lose their hair, but gets them high.
I mean, we can always tell them.
And he goes, yeah, the guys have cracked in there.
Shade more.
And he goes, yeah, I'll take it.
5.
He goes, he kind of pulls out a bag. He empties it, and there's 3 copper. That's what I got.
No, fuck off.
Oh, come on, man.
Keep walking.
I'll do other stuff. He starts like grabbing, holding, like.
You better let go of me.
Other stuff.
Roll intimidation check.
Ew.
15.
Yes. Just let go of it. I had a private spot in the back. You could take this back there if you wanted to.
With my giant arm, I'm gonna just punch him right in the face.
All right, roll an attack.
It's a 14 on the die.
Oh
so,
yeah.
yeah.
Roll damage.
And it's just a 1.
A 1.
That's enough.
He's a druggie. You go. And he kind of falls backwards into the mud. The coppers go in the mud, like half submerged in the mud, and he just kind of like.
Leave the coppers. We'll find somebody else to sell this to.
Should we drag him out of the way, or
No.
just?
Agreed.
It's not an uncommon sight in these parts.
Yeah, it's pretty common to see users in the slums walking around half high.
Taz takes one of the coppers.
Taz.
You are our richest person.
We'll beat you.
I think Matt may have wanted to chat. I don't know.
Huh?
Matt, were you wanting to say something earlier?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Oh, you guys make it down to the docks. And sure enough, you look at the docks and it's there. It's probably about 2 or 3 in the afternoon now. You find dock 15. There are several boats moored at the docks. Mostly there looks like fishing docks, less of the war type or any kind of merchant docks, as most of the things that are done around here are fishing, and that's done at the lake just to the south. And it seems that there are some fishermen and stuff like that going about their business. People hauling crates, and looks like recent catches from the morning are being hauled in. That's when you look over and you see a sailor or like a fisherman, and he goes,
I don't know what the hand signals for mushrooms are.
He goes, he kind of points over to where like a couple barrels are, and you see a guy kind of sitting there going, oh, okay. What do you do?
I can throw some shade for 5.
We walk over to him. The rest of you guys, sure enough, find as he kind of wanders to the right, you look over and you see Dock 15 is down that way.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
currently
let's
empty.
go
There's
over
nobody
there.
I'll meet up with you.
He goes,
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Mumar. Is there anyone paying really close attention as he walks over that way?
there's one guy at the barrel, and the one guy that kind of ushered him over is kind of looking him over, and you definitely see that the one behind him is looking like behind his back, like just kind of like eyeballing, just seeing if he can see anything. But as you approach, he looks over at you, Bay, and he goes, he rightens himself, and he kind of backs up a little bit. The guy goes, 5?
Yeah.
Reaches and goes, got change?
No.
He reaches over, he goes, kind of hands you 5 copper.
Shake his hand.
Takes it and goes, thanks. He
Yeah.
walks away. The other guy goes, he backs up, looks at you and goes, all right.
Hey,
Turns toward, what?
were any of you here 3 nights ago?
I don't know, my memory doesn't seem so bad. It kind of hurts me. I don't know. Maybe something might help alleviate the, get the blood, brain cells moving.
Punch.
Punch him.
Yeah, got the blood moving. Let's
Well,
go.
honestly, depending on what you can help us with right now, might help that memory. I'm searching for something.
I'm having a terrible memory of what you're potentially searching for.
Can Taz pick his pocket while he's talking?
Yeah. Roll up. So you walk up next to him? Okay.
You couldn't steal it back. Oh,
Is this with him?
Oh,
I'm
Is
going
this
to pay him
talking?
with his own money.
He's showing with him, yeah.
Yeah, but do I have advantage?
I'd say
He's
straight roll
distracted.
because his buddy's standing next to him.
And this is sleight of hand.
Yep. Sleight of hand.
19.
You, as you have this conversation, the other guy is definitely eyeballing up the bigger guy. Doesn't even notice you as you walk behind him and you go, "Phew." Reach into his pocket where he had his stuff, like where you put his thing.
Mhm.
You feel something, just grab whatever's in there. Just kind of hold it in your hand and walk away with it.
I'm going to stay right there.
Oh, you kind of just walk, you kind of come
I
around.
just stay right next to him and just kind
The
of.
guy looks over.
You know, just kind of. Hi, sorry. He's so strong.
All right.
He's like, thanks.
Yeah.
Spaz, pay the man.
What? What do you, I mean, he's so strong.
Right. Help him with his memory.
Oh, help him with his memory? Okay. What do I do? Hi.
You feel there's something in your pocket, like in your hand. You're not
What?
sure. You feel like a metal piece in your hand. Like there's
Like,
money.
give
Get him
this
one.
an opportunity for you to look to see what you got.
No, do I leave or did you want me to stay?
Stay.
Stay. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
staying. So, but
I'm telling you to bribe the man.
Oh, I bribe him?
He wants a bribe.
And
I'm
Like
wanting you to
what?
pay him with his own money.
Oh,
because you
You
just
just
took
stole
you
his
just
money.
took stuff out of his
well,
pocket.
I was going to flirt with him. Okay.
I mean, if you want to try that first.
Like,
yeah, do it.
Roll,
You
yeah,
can do that
roll
first,
a,
that's fine.
roll a persuasion check.
Yeah. Go for it.
You can do it.
like you're so strong.
He goes,
7?
So convincing.
yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, I get that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, strong. But, yes, we do actually need information. Like, if you've been, were you here 3 days ago?
I don't know. My memory seems a little foggy.
I pulled out 1 copper. How many did I have in there?
In your hand? Is it the one that you had? Did you put whatever he had in your
Yeah, let's
pouch?
say what was it? What was? Can I feel what it is before I give it? Because I don't know if I want to give it.
Yeah, it's so the denominations in the D&D world. There's different coins that are
Mhm.
different sizes and different things.
Yeah.
It's viewing like a silver.
I give him one of my
Because
coppers.
he wanted change, but he didn't have change for
Yeah.
his silver.
Like I give him 2 coppers.
He goes, tasting is much generous. He goes, no, I wasn't.
Whoa.
And he walks away.
I'm going to
Wow.
grab him.
Insight check.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, insight check.
Note to self.
Go ahead,
Taz
Matt.
Can't flirt.
Well, not with the sailor, apparently.
Just an
Huh?
11.
An 11? He's hard to read.
That's 14.
A 14?
Yeah.
It seems like he just wanted some money out of him. Maybe a little bit more of that money he got back. You know, like you don't give any information away for free, even if it's bad information.
He actually paid me to say that, but okay.
Yeah, that
Like,
worked
I'm going to
out.
grab him at first. And I'm just
You
like,
look
such
like
a little thief.
Do you really want to make
You
a
already
scene
have a
now?
hold of him?
Like,
Bloodbeard.
that's what I thought.
Or,
And the
oh,
two of them
Mark,
go
no,
away.
Mark.
And you guys, what was that,
You
Matt?
still have a hold of him? I called him Bloodbeard.
No, I let him
You still
go.
have a hold of him?
No.
Alright.
The other guy, the friend, like he looks like he was sizing up to you, and he goes,
Water try.
Oh, fuck off.
and he walks in, like they walk away, like slop into the dirt, to the
Can I
mud.
chirp him?
Yeah, I'm rolling attack.
Just for fun.
Just yeah.
Sorry, my hooves.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's my dad.
That's so catchy.
Would that be unarmed strike? Probably. So 17.
A 17.
Yeah.
Which one are you doing? Like his friend or him?
His friend.
Okay, so he's going like this.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck. And as you're finishing that sentence, he goes, right in the mud.
Oh,
He
Oh,
watches his
poor
friend,
thing.
turns around, and goes,
You should really watch where you're
he
going.
looks up at you, and he goes, "You son of a," and he starts to pat up, and all of a sudden you hear behind him, "Tom!" And you look, and that guy looks over, and he sees somebody on the docks. You see kind of you see a human while walking towards you. Disgusting. As the guy.
Why are they here?
Which all three of them were human, by the way.
Mm.
So, and the guy's Tom, and he looks over and goes, "Come on!" And he grabs his buddy and he lifts him up and he goes, and he kind of grabs him and goes. This individual walks up to you and goes, "Sorry about that. Sometimes my deckhands can be out of sorts. Well, he wasn't doing anything illicit.
No, sir, not at all.
No, he just tripped
Just
over
annoying.
his. Yeah, he just tripped over his
Yeah,
own
he can,
feet.
he can get that way. They're
They're human.
works. What's that supposed to mean?
Means that I'm human too.
You are?
Anyways, I apologize if anything happened between them.
Honestly, we're just looking for some information. Do you know of anyone that might have been out this way 3 nights ago?
Well, many people were out here 3 days ago.
Nights.
3 nights ago?
In the evening.
Evenings are pretty quiet, but there are some people. 3 nights ago?
Yes.
Well, I was bringing in a haul of fish the other day around that time. I did see somebody over by Dock 15.
Dock 15 on Pier 15?
Points to the end of the dock. He's like, yeah, he was out, but by the time I got in and moored my boat, he was already walking away. Maybe some low light shifter kind of goes out here. Maybe he was a druggie,
Right.
getting used to the sunset or whatever he's doing.
Can I look down? Is there a boat at Dock 15 currently?
No, it's completely empty.
Thank you. I appreciate your time, sir.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Are the
Ladies.
How
piers?
deep's the water off the dock?
Off the dock, so at the shoreline, it looks pretty shallow, but as it goes outwards, and the dock's probably about 20, 30 feet long, looks to be pretty deep at the very end.
How deep?
You can't really tell; it's all murky.
Are the docks? Are they owned by anybody or are they just city?
They're just
docks?
Lined up.
They're
Yeah,
just city docks.
they're just
Yeah,
city
like
docks.
is there an office that we could go see if people are renting out specific dock spaces?
No,
So
they're all
they're
just
not
they
owned
just
by-
they're not really owned. They're just kind of there,
Okay.
owned by the
You
city.
would like to look at the security cameras?
Well, wait about 2,000 years and you might find some.
That was our security
Uh,
camera.
Enhance.
Yeah. Magnify. Where's that from? Is that from The Office?
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers.
Enhance.
Enhance. Just press the damn thing.
It's super blurry and then
Um,
you push a button. Wow. I can read that license plate.
I'm gonna go to Dock 15 and I'm gonna ritually cast Detect Magic. What that looks like for me is like I'm just kind of almost meditating and just focusing energy into my robotic eye. Essentially, what that looks like. Hoping that.
Do you take 10 minutes to cast it?
Mhm.
Alright, so you go to the end of the
Well, I'll probably do it somewhere more secluded and then walk out there because
Okay.
it lasts for 10 minutes.
What are you guys doing in the time he's casting?
I'm not going on the docks. I'm going to look at
I want-
this.
I want to walk up the dock 15 and I'm looking for any kind of wear marks or anything where someone might have knelt at or stood at for a while.
Okay, roll an investigation check. You open up what you got and you find 1 silver,
It's over.
1
She's
copper,
suspicious now.
Yeah.
and yeah, that
Just
guy
gonna leave us
had
behind.
literally got paid that day for the week.
That's it?
Well,
No, silver and
Uh,
copper?
Fuck around
And
find
1
out.
little
Yeah.
baggie of Shademore.
Oh, you took the mushroom
Look for
from it
ropes.
too.
You took the
Tied
mushrooms
to
from it too.
You got the drugs
that
and the
aren't
money.
attached to it.
Hooray!
Just ropes that aren't attached.
Ropes that might be submerged underwater. A lot of times there's extra ropes that ships use to tie off.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
Dock. But if
That's
there's
a
some
nat
extras
20
that are-
for a 26 altogether.
Whoa.
So you go to the end of the
Usually
dock,
cheapest
and you take
items.
about a couple minutes looking across the dock, looking across it, and sure enough, looking down into the dock, under the water, you looking on the edges of the pillars that kind of go into the river itself, because the docks are literally. So I guess I didn't explain this. It's not an ocean. It's not a lake. It's literally a river that that flows from the mountains to the north, down past the city, and into the lakes down to the south. So there's no. It's a pretty big river. Think of it like probably half the Mississippi. So not like huge, like giant, but at the same time, but it's pretty good size. It's a pretty good size. you know that beyond the river on the opposite side is well the ex-gnome kingdom. That's where the gnomes used. That was their kingdom. Currently has been nobody goes to that side due to the threat of the Warforged. But from here, the docks, you can still see across. You can see the forests. You can see the abandoned buildings and structures that used to be on the east side of the river. And as you go to the end of the docks and you pursue your investigation, you look down and you can see several of the pillars have been wrapped around with ropes and other miscellaneous stuff like nets and fishing nets that probably been tangled up or whatever else. But with that natural 20, you definitely see that something seems out of place. One of the ropes that's been wrapped up around the base with the other ropes almost looks like it's not supposed to be there, as the rest of the ropes seem to be slimy and like moss covered and have like lichen across it in several locations. This almost looks new, like almost a newish rope that's only been there for maybe a couple days.
We gotta pull it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it and start pulling it up.
I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. I'm kidding.
Oh.
You go ahead and grab the rope. You pull it up, and as you're pulling it up, you go. It seems to be stuck on something. As you grab a hold of it, you go. It's resisting. There's something down there that's holding it in place.
I mean, honestly, I would offer, but I will rust.
What I want to I want to find out how deep the water is here, so I'm going to take my crowbar out, tie it to the end of my rope, and drop it down and get an idea how deep it is.
Okay. Doing such as holding out to one rope, dropping the other one in the water. It's about 20 feet deep here.
Do you want me to just jump in? I can swim down.
Can Mama swim?
I'm not like.
You can barely walk.
I can barely walk.
I'm
I
just gonna
can.
jump in.
Okay,
Having
as you have this
conversation.
conversation,
Oh, that's right. You're the sailor. You jump in.
as you have this conversation, the sailor goes,
Chainmail, yeah.
jumps in. Whoosh. She disappears
Let's see.
underneath the waters. I need you to roll. I guess it would be an acrobatics check.
Or athletics, right?
Did
For
not-
some-
Yeah, athletics.
Give her a
Athletics.
rope in case.
Either one, whichever one you
Nope,
want.
Just
She gone.
fuck her. Just let her swim. Awesome. Great job, everyone.
Mine are not.
How do they swim?
So,
Like,
yeah,
they
that
don't
was
have
actually
feet to
why I
kick.
was using
Now I roll a
detect
nat
magic
20.
to be able to see if there was a magic item, so I know how deep it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
that was basically it.
19.
A 19. Yeah, you find the rope, go down, and sure enough, it seems that you feel this a box, probably about this size box. It seems that it has shifted just slightly down the river and has anchored itself to a rock. And sure enough, you reach down, find where it is, and quickly cut it off. As Bane, you feel it give way, and sure enough, you're able to pull it up as Thea bobs your head over the water and just kind of like, yeah, I did something. Yeah.
Aww.
With her little horns kind of coming out. The flowers are all wet and her hair is droopy, but she did it. She did it.
Not now. Put it in my backpack. Let's go to my shop.
Give us
Yes.
Should we rob more homeless people? I mean,
We haven't robbed anyone,
especially
especially the homeless.
there's that guy in the mud.
I
We didn't rob him.
one.
We just
Still
kept him
has
from making
two.
poor decisions.
I think of it this way: you took a third of his wealth.
He still has 2.
Yeah, you buy a sandwich.
She could have taken more.
She could have.
You should have taken more.
Eh.
He might
So,
die.
yeah, so like that little chest, I
Yep.
immediately throw it in my
Pull it
backpack.
up. Sure enough, it's about this size. It's not like it's not a
Do I
big
recognize
chest.
the size of it?
Yeah, actually, you would. You would recognize that fits perfectly where the indentation was, where it was inside the safe.
Not here on the
I
dog
can't
in
do
the
that.
daylight. We won't. Let's
That couldn't possibly
get
be
somewhere
it.
more private.
No.
Yeah, do
you
we have a
quickly-
place where we can open this in private?
Those things are-
We can go back to my shop.
Maybe it's not it though.
Well.
So I have to detect magic up. Is this it?
As you finish as it finishes, can you see through structures? Through it's like a foot, right?
If it's wood, like it's 3 feet of wood. It needs to be 3 feet of wood.
Gotcha.
Let me pull it up really quick. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yeah, it's not lead lined. So sure enough, as you finish the ink, stick it in your bag, you do see something flickering inside.
Inside of it?
Inside of it.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, yeah, so just put it away because I know there's shitty dock workers here. I don't want.
Yep.
Tom.
And Jerry, probably.
Yeah.
Even that's there we go. There we go.
All right, so from here we're gonna just head back to the shop.
All right. You know that the shop is near
Yeah.
where the Dom's residence lives.
Mhm.
So, traveling back through the slums, you find that same guy in the dirt, still face up, kind of like, yeah.
There's your chance.
And the coppers are actually gone.
Oh.
He's not sure. He's just but as
He's
you
just
pass
having
by
the
him,
time of his life.
He'll have a
Yes,
good
he's having
time
a good
in the
time.
back.
He's probably honestly half buzzed when he approached you, so he's probably just finishing out what he had left.
Yeah.
Passing back through the gates, you pass by the guards and they nod to you guys. Continuing on through the industrial, passing by multiple dinosaurs, more parasaurs, some triceratops, a couple Ankies here and there. More dock
You say
work.
Yankees.
Ankies, not
There's
Yankees.
Yankees here.
Oh,
New
the
York.
darn Yankees! So much!
If you kind of see, I think an ankylosaur, it'd be fun to see him play golf. Just like
I think you just destroy the golf. Like
they'd have to play with volleyballs. Yeah,
just
yeah, it'd be.
That's what they do in the arena.
Yeah, I would watch
There's
that.
dinosaur fights. You can go do dinosaur fights.
I want to see that.
Yeah, there occasionally there's some dinosaur. It's like chicken fights, but with dinosaurs.
Oh.
Just start
Mom, are
stabbing.
you okay?
I'm doing my impression of a giant chicken dinosaur stabbing another one.
Well, essentially, velociraptors are just giant chickens, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But that fight back.
What time of day is it?
It's mid-afternoon.
I'm still doing okay.
We're doing fine. We're not dead yet.
Hooray! We're not dead yet.
You sure enough go and go through the industrial, go through the market, pass by. As you go out of the market, you see actually that bugbear that's wearing the clothes and stuff. He seems to be sitting there and talking with two of the guards. And he's like, and the guards are like, "Do you know how many times a day people get pickpocketed in this place? Get fucking lost, dude." And the guy goes, "But it was my lucky ambergris." And the guy's like, "Fuck off." And the guy's like, "You guys are no good." And he kind of wanders off like, "Oh, fucking shit."
I know they're so bad here. I lost my necklace.
You said that to him?
To the bugbear. It's like, they don't do shit.
He looks at you and goes, "Very kind words. I appreciate that.
I hope,
I wish more people were like you in this world."
I hope you find it.
I know. Thank you.
Pet pet.
I didn't see you steal it,
You
but I have
walked
no idea that you have it. I'm like,
I
that was
did.
really caring of you.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I'm so
That's what I'm
thankful
annoyed
that you
with
look
Chuck
after
here, and she
people.
is.
Just so,
I wouldn't
so
trust her
fake.
as far as you can throw her.
It's not enough fake.
It's like, oh god.
Thank you.
I have
in the
no idea that
slums.
she
No one
stole it,
cares.
so I just assumed she's a good person.
No.
And I just kind of go,
It's every man for himself out
I
there.
stole it.
Oh God,
Like,
okay.
as he's
Now you
he's
know.
just walking
Oh,
away,
okay.
like, his,
I
his
make
back
sure
is
you got-
turned.
Oh no.
Psych.
This is your chance. This is your chance.
What?
You could say it fell in the dirt.
No.
Okay. I mean, it is lucky.
No.
It's like that. Was it Jack Sparrow?
How
I
about
like to
you
watch
lift
those moments as they wave. Like I like to wave as them. They fly
They
by.
pass by.
I
Let
could
her
do
keep
better.
what she's earned.
Like, it's
Yeah.
shiny and pretty. It's mine now.
Sure enough, you guys pass near the market area, and probably a couple blocks away from where the Dom resides. So it's probably about 4 in the afternoon now, going back and forth, doing a bunch of stuff, walking around. So you probably have about 4 or 5 hours before sunset.
You guys want to go get fucked up?
No.
It's just okay.
Stay focused.
Um,
Mission first.
you guys walk up to a decent-sized building, butted up against a couple other ones. Doesn't seem out of the ordinary, kind of secluded in its own way. You do see on the window, on the right-hand side window, an open sign. It seems to be open. So it looks like some kind of shop of some kind. And sure enough, as you walk towards the door, you notice that the upper part of the door, it seems like something has scratched it multiple times as something like gone in and out. like just raked it like probably a couple times. Like somebody just forgot to duck, and just
Which you see right
whacked.
there. Oh shit! God, these things are growing.
As he enters into the building, sure enough, you watch. You guys all follow. The interior is not the biggest. It's kind of but it's a small little shopette, and you see little trinkets. You see little things here and there. You see steampunk, like gauntlets and pieces and different odds and ends of different gears and metallic works. In one corner, you see kind of this metallic thing. This one, you see the little steam going, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Just
sure
way
enough,
too crowded. Think of like a Goodwill with just a whole bunch of shit on.
yeah,
just
everywhere.
all
Like,
there's no
little
organization.
trinkets. And
Yeah.
That sounds like Goodwill.
Yeah.
and in front,
Ah.
you see it kind of in the middle. You see kind of like a glass bar with like more trinkets inside of inside, like you see like that. But kind
No.
of behind more glass and cases, and Mumar goes behind it and just kind of sits down on looks like a seat made for him.
Just gonna haul him back. Ma, Pa, we're back.
You hear
He sat down behind the counter.
Yes.
you hear,
For the time being, I'm going to flip the open sign to closed.
you flip it and close the door. It's a little crowded, but you guys can all fit inside fine. You hear little pitter patters as you come over. You see behind him, there's kind of a drape that's kind of like gone over the door, and you'd expect like a hand to come and push like around mid level, but you don't. You just see like the bottom go outwards, and out comes this middle-aged gnome. Not a Snarfneblin, not a deep gnome, but a normal gnome. And she comes over and goes, "Oh, good to have you back, Muma." And he kind of reaches up, pats her, and like, "How was your adventures today?"
Thanks, Ma.
"Oh, you're welcome.
Things were fine today.
Good adventure. Everything fine? How was...
Was anyone watching the fucking shop while I was gone?
I just went out for a sandwich. Did you want one?
Was anyone watching the shop while I was out?
Not really. You take care of
God
that.
Damn it.
We talked about
You
this.
and Pa cannot be both working in the back if no one is up front watching the
I
shop.
understand
We
that,
can't
son.
make sales and meet our quota
You know how your
if
father
no
gets.
one is running the register.
She kind of looks. Anyways,
Sorry.
he is a very caring son. He definitely cares a lot more, maybe a little bit more than he should. And he kind of frowns at him. He goes, "We get a little. You know how we are. We get a little wrapped up in our work. We just kind of.
That's all you guys do.
What is
We
your
have
work?
more items than we have customers.
Oh, don't little trinkets here and there.
That-
I just,
You make little trinkets?
yes. All the, I mean that one. You like little thing. Well, I didn't make it. My husband. He made the gear work, and I made the inside parts. It was very nice.
Pa is very mechanically minded. Ma is much more alchemically minded. Speaking of that, do you have any hot dogs? Could we have some hot dogs?
Of course, one. I can get some.
Oh, please.
Okay. And she goes.
They're delicious.
Goes in
You
the bag.
guys are going to love this.
Are they? What type of meat?
Sometimes it's best not to know.
Okay. I just didn't know if they were beef.
That would be
Just didn't know.
cannibalism.
I just didn't know how we
Yeah.
felt about it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
But
it's
don't
it's a weird sight to actually it's, because I get this. He's calling these little gnomes
Yeah.
mom and pop. Just giant minotaur definitely didn't come from that.
This might surprise you. I'm adopted.
No.
Yes, I know.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, no one ever does.
Now,
Anyway,
what's in the box?
let's open up
in
the
the
box. Movie references. Spaz, do you want to have the honors?
I will.
As she's doing that, I'm going to start
Did you
ritually
tell me about-
casting Identify, so that way.
Did you tell me about the little blinking light in there?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Go. All right.
You
so
sure enough, you turn the box. The rope fell off.
I mean, I was fairly certain it was an item in the box,
Yeah, it's an
not
item.
a spell on the box.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if she would think to check the
Open
traps
it,
first or just go for
fireball.
it. Yeah, because now
Oh.
she doesn't know that. She's
No,
just
no,
gonna
you
open it.
definitely should check for traps first.
Okay, so she's going to check for
Absolutely.
traps first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I stayed as far away from the box as possible. I
Never
just asked
trust
what's in it.
anything. That's
I'm pretty oblivious. I'm just standing next
That
to you, kind of
perception?
staring at stuff.
Yeah, it wanted to be investigation.
Okay, that's much better.
How
I'll,
tall is this counter?
Natural 20.
Natural 20?
24.
you take the box. No. You look. Nope. Not. No. Let's go.
Okay. So now I open it.
Yep. Lock picking.
Okay. So 11.
Are you having trouble? Do you want
Shut up.
me to do it?
Put it in. You go. And it seems like, although it's been in the water for 3 days, it seems that it's slightly rushed in there. And you're like, nope. And he actually finishes his spell before you eventually get it.
Yeah.
But it's like embarrassing long,
Yeah.
like how long it takes. You actually get it, but it's like
It
getting
was
flustered.
waterlogged.
Everybody's just sitting there going,
I mean, do you want me to?
It was waterlogged. I got it.
Right, fine.
But
That's,
it's fine now.
All right,
Just
all right.
open it.
And
Is
it's-
it resistant?
finally like, fuck, you hit it, and you go, kick. Fuck, got it. Pull out your lock picking things, put them away, and open it up.
what do we find, Stephen? What do we find? What do we find?
How tall is the counter?
It comes up to about your chest.
Okay.
So you,
There are stools out there if you need one.
yeah, they actually
I'll
see
stand on
you
a
see
stool.
several stools that like
Different sizes.
yeah,
you know.
probably from the gnomes that
Yeah.
have been because they have to get to the top shelf. So there's like step ladders that they can wheel around that they
Yeah.
walk up and grab and take stuff down and put stuff up. Sure enough, you look inside, you see several stacks, kind of long ways of.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
Yeah. You see some of copper. You see one row of silver.
Oh fuck.
You see kind of in a little another small little box in the corner
Mhm.
of something else. You're not sure what's inside.
I take the box and I just
The little box.
I take the little box and I shove that back to him.
Okay.
And
And you also see.
I guess my identify spell is me like
Yeah,
searching,
nice.
like pulling out the item and like searching through a book. That would
Yeah.
be me. That's how I identify, like visually cast. It just takes me a while to find it.
So yeah, you look at you find you have identifies, but you can't necessarily see the item. It's not there currently. You don't actually see where it's at currently.
Mhm.
Would you also see a pair? Actually, no, you would. You'd actually see a pair of dice in there. 2d6s actually.
Oh.
After counting up the silver, because I'm guaranteed you guys that's what you would do.
Oh yeah.
You would find that there is 20 silver, 35 copper,
Oh, we're almost there.
and 1 gold.
Oh, it's gold.
A gold that nobody has ever seen. Like, it seems.
he's throwing
Yeah,
the same
As
one.
far as the dice go, you realize it's like. Actually, no. These wouldn't be magical. That's not the magical thing in there.
Okay.
But you're like, this is just a pair of dice.
Are they loaded? I'm gonna like roll them like
Start
3 or 4
rolling.
times.
They're loaded.
Okay.
Ooh.
Who wants some loaded dice?
Sure, yeah,
Right
the
here.
2d6s. You
Yeah.
can do in the box.
I want to open the box.
There you go.
You open the box. You see one. Looks like a bronze, almost like a bronze coin. Just a coin.
Okay.
This doesn't make any sense.
You pick it, and as you do, you look over and you can see like, boop, all of a sudden the bronze coin that she has starts to. That's the magical item.
Okay.
That you sitting there going.
This is
It's essentially a loaded coin. It will every time you flick it, it will always show heads,
Always show.
no matter what you do. It seems
So
like
it's a heads I win, tails you lose kind of deal.
yeah, you can essentially it's like Two-Face, right? You can flip it, and every single time you go heads I win, tails you lose. And you go, okay. Oh, look at that heads. So essentially, it's a way for you to win every time.
Yeah.
I always like Two-Face.
Toothpaste? What about
So do we
toothpaste?
have enough
That
to pay
too.
the boss?
1 gold.
So 1 gold is worth 10 silver. 1
Yeah.
silver is worth 10 copper.
So we have more than enough.
So what else? So we had 1 gold.
35 copper and 20.
You essentially stole
20
this guy's
silver.
entire inheritance.
35 copper.
He joined
Well,
the church.
Yeah, he was giving up his wealth anyway, so screw him.
He
we should-
chose his life
So
instead
that's
of
gonna
his
leave
wealth.
that's gonna leave us with 5 silver and 35 copper.
Sweet.
So essentially, yeah.
Each or the whole group?
Whole
The
group.
whole group. So
Well,
2, 3, 4, 5.
So the Dom didn't tell me much about what's going on. Why are we giving up the silver?
Because this guy owed him money.
This
Yeah, we
Bob
need-
Fillmore owed the Dom 25 silver.
We might as well tell the Whisper that, hey, the money is no longer there. That way this guy doesn't leave the church.
I think it would be funny for him to find
Well,
out
I'm
it's not
fine,
there.
I suspect that even if he tried to leave the church,
Also,
he wouldn't
good
be
job,
allowed
Whisper.
to. He's gonna stay there. Ha ha!
I hate
That'd be a big kick in the teeth, right? Finishes up his acolytes, and he finally gets a little
6
freedom.
months
We
worth.
Goes
should
to the
get
dock.
like a little
I got the impression that
You
his
should-
stay
you
there
should
isn't
make, like, a
entirely
fist with
voluntary.
bird and then
Inside
put it
the power
where
of
he
the church.
Mm-hmm.
He's stuck
And
like
then
a
it pops
barnacle
out,
on a
it's
boat.
like, Wait, there we go.
I
It
actually
faces the wrong way.
do very much like that idea.
Oh.
All right, so if we're splitting the rest of the money, we each get 1 silver, 4 copper,
4 cup.
Wow.
Just get 1 silver, 4 copper.
each of us.
Okay.
I will take that, thank you.
That
Is
That's
that
nice.
splitting it up, or by okay? So you get
Splitting up the extra.
Okay, so you're gonna give the gold piece away.
Oh, and I give you
Yes, I'm making sure that our boss gets everything that he's wanting.
and I had the money from the first guy that I give to Mumar as well.
Okay. How much was that first one?
12.
12 silver.
Yeah.
well, now that we're rich,
Essentially,
Wait,
what you
so
guys
what
have right
I know
now.
we're like aristocrats now.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
live probably off a silver a week if need to be, or depending on how you live.
I got 2 weeks to live.
So you could essentially, yeah.
This is awesome.
Spaz, do you want to keep that magical coin?
Yes. I mean,
All
it's
right.
already in my pocket
That's
and it's
fair.
already mine, so yeah, I wasn't going to give it to him.
It's Mallory, correct?
What?
Your name?
Your eyes turn.
yeah. Well, I mean, I already
Yeah,
have. Like
right.
the last couple months, I've had
Yeah.
just the driest eyes.
I
forgot.
see you're carrying the
Yeah.
piece of your trainer. Can I see that for a moment? I want your gun.
Oh,
Welcome,
As I hand it over, as I set it on the counter.
welcome to the Steep Corner, where we talk about fires and whatever this is behind you.
What is?
That red thing. Is that I can't tell in the
The
camera.
toolbox?
Toolbox? Is that what toolbox?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Alright.
Too far away. In the toolbox, where we have interesting tools inside to be able to do
what?
stuff.
Was it a toolbox?
So I've been thinking about some ways to upgrade this, and if you'll allow me, I've got a few modifications I'd like to do for you.
By all means.
All right, so I take it and I replace the barrel, and I give him back the full gun. So here, here's the old barrel in case you need it. This now, and I kind of break it, and it breaks down. You load these into it, and it's an actual bullet instead of being muzzle loading black powder. And I'm going to hand you a total of 20 bullets. Give these a try. They're all loaded completely differently. I don't know how they'll work. So what I need to know is which ones fail, so I know not to recreate that.
Got it.
Awesome.
Do you sell liquid nitrogen here?
We've used it before, but it's becoming harder to get. Let me go ask Pa if he has any. Why do you need liquid nitrogen?
Because I need it.
How much?
Depends on how much you have. I take almost anything.
Let me go talk to Pa. I'm gonna go to the back and just talk to Pa. I'll let you decide if there's any or not.
Yeah, there's one.
Little vial.
Yeah, there's one vial.
This is all we can spare.
How much would that be?
1 copper for you.
Okay,
And put
I will
that in the
take it.
register.
I will take it. So you get the copper and I get the less copper. There we go. I figured that out the hard way. Manage inventory. Thank you.
Yeah, this was pretty lucrative. Usually, I just heal people's animals, so
That sounds terrible.
depends on the animal. I pull out a glove. If I have to go there in there anally, it can be rather difficult.
He actually has a glove.
I use the same glove. Gloves are expensive.
Right, yes. Wait, I'm sorry. You use the same glove.
In just animals, right?
What's your
Just
sanitary for the animals?
Well, I mean, I wash it weekly. I mean, how many times is anal going to come up for an animal that needs help?
I don't know. I've never done this. How many times does it come out in a week?
A lot. A lot. I have to figure out what's going on up there.
So you're constipated.
I got constipated.
And they still pay.
Especially like cows. They stare at you.
It's got really awkward.
You have to do it.
You know what?
You have to do a
I'm
Bronto
just not
once.
going to engage in this.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
maybe
Yeah, I have to do like
now
little
we can
like
go
dinosaurs.
And pay the boss so he doesn't kill
One time I
us.
was with a Triceratops.
Woo.
Let's just.
Right,
I
tail.
think Ma's
Hey,
almost
hey,
done with the
hey.
hot dogs. Let's.
Oh, right.
Yeah, sure enough, your mom comes back and goes, "I've got some hot dogs here for you. Here you go." And she kind of like takes the thing. The tables the bar is definitely made for Mumar, less for the gnomes. And she kind of reaches up and she kind of,
I help pull it open.
oh, it's so sweet, thank you. And she puts it in. And sure
they
enough,
look-
there's hot dogs.
Absolutely cartoonish. I feel like hot dogs are still like it's not really a thing.
It's
here.
just-
yeah. It's got that deep red skin with like the little frills at the end.
I really want a hot dog now.
Oh yeah. But she cooked them in a cast iron skillet, so it's got a nice char all the way around. You gotta try it with the mustard. Oh my gosh, this is so good.
You can afford mustard.
Well, we make our own.
Yeah, mustard seeds.
Hot
grind
dog?
them up.
Yes, thank you.
Hot dog.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yes, please.
Mallory.
She goes. Your mom looks up at you. She goes,
It's nice to see you making friends again.
Yes.
We
They
don't.
seem very. I like that.
Very good hot dogs, Mrs. Mumar. Ha ha!
Oh, that's fine.
They're
That's
not.
fine. Call me whatever.
They're
you
not
want.
friends, Ma. They're just workplace associates.
We're having a business meeting.
"Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting."
You're
We're
fine,
done
Ma.
with the
Don't worry
meeting.
about it. Thank you for the hot dogs. I apologize for getting angry earlier. Listen,
You do have a temper.
if I'm leaving, all you have to do is turn on the AI, and it will take care of the shop for you while you and Father work in the back.
I do forget about that sometimes.
I know you do.
The what? What is this?
I
Can I
flip a
get you
switch.
anything else?
You've been
We
great.
just glanced over
Thank
there.
you.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You.
Your son is an individual.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
They're very nice. She's fucking ugly, but she's very nice.
Yeah, that's what I found so far.
All right, have a good day,
Yes,
everyone.
thank you.
It's
A little bit of
pleasure to meet
earwax
all
just
of you.
rolls out.
Oh God.
I love your flowers. Very,
Oh, thank
very
you.
nice. She kind of waddles back into the back room.
I flip a switch, and what you see is this kind of translucent blue imagery of me that works up at the counter, and it essentially turns the shop into a self checkout.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got a little bit of a foyer, so like I've got between the help of me and my parents, we've got everything set up that if something crosses the first threshold of the foyer that's unpaid for, like bars will come down and like they'll be locked in there until the cops come. But it's just a very simple AI to point people in the right direction and then tell them how much the item is.
Nice.
Like Amazon shopping.
Yeah, kind of.
How's its demeanor? Is it nicer than the real Mumar? Or?
No, it's about the same. Because anytime you try to ask it a question, it's like, I don't understand.
So is it like a holograph?
Yeah,
So
basically.
it has like touches it. She's very suspicious of it. She's like running her hand through it.
It's just light projected in certain patterns.
So you
that
don't feel this.
I don't feel any of that, no.
You reach into his chest and
No, it's the cheeks. She went for it.
yeah.
Oh my god, I can't. No, I'm kidding. I can't feel it. It's honestly, it's just light.
So
That's-
cool.
All right. What do you guys want to do now?
Well, let's go turn this in, I guess.
I'm going to leave the AI on, and I'm going to flip the sign back, and we're going to go to the Dom.
Okay. You guys, sure enough, get back. It's probably around 4 or 5. Walk back into the main lobby. You look over and you see the turtle. Look up at you and she kind of goes,
Hello again.
and you see like a smile creep across her face. She reaches down. grabs something from underneath, and she reaches out and goes, "Hello." And she's got this smile. Blinks really weird. Comes back, puts the thing down. She just waits. Just stares at you guys.
Can we go upstairs?
She reaches back down.
While she's reaching down, can I take her pen?
No.
Oh my
Roll sleight
gosh.
of hands. She starts. You can see her fumbling from inside, and she goes,
I smack your hand.
22.
"Yeah, you grab it, and you."
Okay.
But you stop.
Guys, we're back.
She reaches out,
Back.
and she says, "It says yes."
We'll go upstairs.
No.
No.
I grab your arm.
Puts the
It's
sign back, and she looks up at just you guys.
You
Smiles.
dropped your pen.
She goes,
Puts it in the ink one because she doesn't have pen.
Oh God.
Happy?
You know what?
Yes.
We're
And I
gonna
go
come back here and we're gonna cast someday. We're gonna cast haste on her.
We're not allowed to cat.
I know, but just help her out for a minute.
Get her some shrooms. that stimulate.
Oh yeah, we should have kept those drugs.
I have some.
You stole it back.
I stole the drugs back, but I don't.
Oh
know,
gosh.
I don't know if they're stimulant or kind of the dead ones.
You know.
I mean, if they're like shrooms, they're so hallucinogenic.
Well,
Yeah.
she starts writing signs. It's just hullabaloo.
All right. We'll wait for Numar to go upstairs. And we go upstairs.
We
go
upstairs. We
upstairs.
go up the stairs.
You start heading up the stairs, and as you do so, at the top of the stairs, you see Duke standing there. He goes, "The neighbor's Duke. You guys are back now. You guys finished everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
No
pretty
problem.
quick there, guys. That's pretty fast of you."
Shut up and let us in.
Uma, we've had this conversation. You don't approach unless, and then that's when you hear the door open up behind him, and you hear the wall go. "You can come in now. Madame's waiting for you."
Thanks, the wall.
And you go, "Welcome."
Everyone's so
And he kind of
slow
taps his
here.
arm. Yeah, I mean, he's not slow, but he's like, he's kind of has like this little, looks like a bowler hat on his head, but it's so small. And he just taps his head. Yes. He's getting the whisper vibes there. You should probably do something else. All right. Little cockney. All right, let's do it that way. You're welcome. And he takes a step back, and sure enough, you see now in the leather chair, pretty big chair, you see the Don. You know that this individual is the head of this organization. Essentially, you're looking at the mafia, right?
Mhm.
He is the head father, the leader of the entire this entire organization. And as you walk in, you see before you in the chair a Snarf Nebula,
What? Snarf?
a deep gnome.
Ah.
So he's kind of like this bluish skin, darker hair, very old looking. So his hair is turned white. Little like a pencil mustache across his upper lip. His eyes are, I would say, bluish. They're a bluish color. He's wearing looks like a nice suit, black tie, and he's sitting there definitely on some kind of booster seat because the chair is so big. And I think he just puts the chair there as more like a station of what he is, less of a for comfort, more of like a throne, right? Where you have a throne, it's all big, really big and stuff like that. It's very boisterous. Essentially, he's doing the same thing but with his chair. It's this nice, beautifully black leather chair, as I described earlier. But this time it's got more of like a booster seat on it, so him to be able to sit on the table to where he's like chest high on the table. So it just looks normal. And he's sitting there and he's got his fingers crossed. And he goes, actually, before that, you see the door to his right. There's a door off to the right-hand side.
His right or our right?
So your right, his left.
Okay.
It closes, but as you do, you see a younger-looking Snarfneblin, kind of his black hair, definitely relative of him, like probably a son or grandson or something like that. And he seems to have this cross face. He looks like, as he's closing the door, he looks over at you guys and just like, he seems to be cross, like already cross in some way. Like it's not because of you guys, but like he's already mad about something. And as he closes the door and makes eye contact with the rest of you, he just kind of looks over and just kind of squints a little bit more and then closes the door. This time you see the Don like reach forward and goes,
You have done well for me.
Oh God.
There it is.
well,
What's his name?
he's called the Don. You don't know his name.
The Don or Dom?
Don.
Dom.
Don with an N.
Oh.
Oh, I've been
Oh,
calling
yeah.
him.
we've all been saying Dom.
No, not Dom.
That's why I said
Don.
Dom Toretto.
That's why I said
Oh.
Dom.
It's probably because of the accent. It's probably because of my. The Duke, you speak kinds of weird, you know.
I like it. All right.
He goes.
I hear you have some good things you have done for me.
We have.
This is good in my organization.
Mm-hmm.
Looks up at the rest of you guys.
Muma,
Dom,
you have done well for me.
as per our agreement.
You can definitely see his eyebrows have kind of pushed down his eyes to the point where it's like almost like having to push his eyelids up just to be able to see. Yes.
I'm gonna set the sack of money on the table.
I trust all the information, all the money is here.
As always.
He reaches over, pulls it, and he goes. He looks at it and goes.
1 gold, 27 silver, 20 copper.
I trust you.
Then he reaches in, grabs 2 silver pieces, and puts them on the table and towards you guys.
Thank
Takes
you.
the Duke is now next to him. And he kind of reaches in.
The Duke.
He goes, yeah, so much. He takes the money, takes it, hides it somewhere. You know.
This, of course, was a test.
Yeah, I took. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in that I took the 2 silver. The Dom, he passes 2 silver,
You get-
I
you guys-
took it,
you guys
just
two
for the
silver.
time being.
as a payment.
I like how you looked at Taz, like, calm down.
Yeah, I'm like, trust me.
Don with an N. Yeah.
This was a test to see if you can do just a simple task.
Honestly, they are eclectic, but they are one of the better groups that I've worked with in a long time.
It's what my intelligence is telling me. Good job. Good job. You may call me the Don. For tonight, I want you to go out and have a good time. No more quests, no more missions. Enjoy this moment. Completing the task and earning my respect. My organization is built on respect, and honor. We do not hurt our own. Welcome. Welcome. Tonight you will go out and enjoy yourselves. I have made a place for you at the Whispers
Oh,
establishment.
you're picking up the tab for us tonight, boss.
I got it tonight.
Fuck. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
I treat my own with respect, and you have shown me respect. Thank you. Tomorrow morning, come back, and I shall tell you more of what needs to be done, and more things that need to be accomplished to earn what you so desperately want.
And he looks over at the rest of the group.
But for now, enjoy this moment and get to know one another as you will be working along each other for some time.
Oh, God.
Like how long have you been being like this? Does it really have to be a long time?
Oh, she's got some good points there, boss.
Because I thought this was a short stint.
Oh, it's never a short stint.
Well, short-ish.
Unfortunately, some of you owe me a very big favor, and payment is not easily granted. You have entered my establishment and my organization, but that does not grant you all its rights and privileges. You must earn your favor and my favor. So for the time being, get to know each other. Because this group, unfortunately, you are stuck with for the foreseeable future. Good day.
And you kind of like, at that moment, you go, that's the end of the conversation. And the Duke goes, "No, see you out now. I'm the Duke, and you need to leave now."
Yeah, we get it, Duke. Shut up.
The bondage of hierarchy. Ha ha!
You're not wrong there.
I like this one. He seems very charismatic.
Sure.
And so you watch as the wall kind of reaches over and grabs the door, opens up, and goes,
Pleasure, mate. Yo.
he kind of taps his hat, like he picks it up like this little.
It's a really nice hat. I like it. Well,
Like it.
I mean, I feel like you're just copying someone, but that's fine.
I'm not super tall. I have to like mount up there.
He kind of shies away, like,
Kind of.
Just get one that fits your head better.
sends your bow after it.
I haven't
Make
seen
it
that
more
before.
size.
I wonder what celebration
Hey,
there is in store.
Wall
That's
is
a good question.
big-headed.
There's probably alcohol involved.
Yes. There should be.
I'm gonna finish.
I wonder what this
Rolling
looks
a
like.
cigarette.
What was that, Matt?
I said I'm finishing rolling a cigarette, light it. So I guess we're stuck with each other, huh?
Mumar will probably be pleased that I'm in his company.
I'm indifferent, so I'll review.
Someone's pleased here, and I don't think it's Mumar.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
I guess let's go to. Wait, what time is it? It's like 5 o'clock?
It's near. It's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. It hasn't quite. It's not sunset yet. So you guys have finished early, which is nice.
But at least we're not going to be murdered tonight.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad for that.
So yeah, you guys have entered and have made your way in the door. You know that figure of speech. I got my foot in the door. Get my
Yeah,
foot
yeah.
up. You've made it. You got your foot in the door into this
Yay.
organization.
We're all so excited.
This-
Yay.
It's a needs to an end.
Yeah.
Yay.
We're all just standing in the
Can I
street.
can I retcon one thing?
Which up.
Can I have taken the empty box that we stole from Bob and do what Taz suggested and have my dad build a spring-loaded
Oh,
mechanical
in the back.
hand?
Yes.
So when he opens it up,
6 months from now, he'll,
yeah.
he'll see that. Yeah.
Can I do that?
So
Yeah,
good.
I'd say that. You go ahead with you leave
Alright.
the box back there. You still have a small little box though.
Yes, with my little coin.
You threw it back in the pier then?
I would say, I mean, we've got sunlight. Should we go throw this back? Just fuck with Bob.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's
Alright.
team bonding
Yeah.
experience.
So we're gonna go back. We're gonna throw it right
Yeah,
back where it
Put
was.
it back where it was. You latch it on back to the rock. Do all that fun stuff.
Nice swimming.
And you find yourself.
I shouldn't need to swim this time.
That's not gonna. That'll be fine
Just
later
drop it.
on.
Just eat.
I can try a good night.
6 months from now, some guy's gonna show up and just chuck a box at you fucks.
I can't
And
wait.
we
He doesn't know anything about
That's
us.
true. He doesn't. He does not a clue.
He
of
might
who you
have to
are.
pay with a
Well,
whisper.
Tom might tell him this with us.
If we're still alive, I mean, we're still at level 1, so we might die.
yeah,
And
you
so
guys
much
can do
confidence in us.
Well, I mean, let's go to Whispers and get a drink.
Yeah, you go back to the earlobe.
That sounds fantastic.
Earlobe Inn. You go back to the Earlobe Inn, and sure enough, it's a little bit more crowded now as the night's gone on and the shifts have been done and more and more
Are
people
there
are showing
any
up.
rich people there?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Sometimes, but hardly.
Oh, perception.
Kind of a plan.
Good.
What?
Oh, 17.
Oh, yeah.
17? It seems that most of these people in here are workers, like
No.
blue collar, industrial, or probably worked on like cleaning the streets of all the animal feces that
Yeah, not my
piles up.
favorite target, so. Usually boring things.
Yeah, pull in their
Volatile iron.
pockets.
I'm
Bring
gonna
a
go up to the
toothpaste
counter
last
where
time.
Ludwig
Yeah.
is.
That's all coming
Yeah.
handy.
He looks over at you as he finishes up a conversation with one of the other guys and goes, Omar, good to have you back.
Always a pleasure to see you.
You win a day.
Well, I know you've probably already heard that tonight is taken care of.
You did fantastic.
He reaches underneath the counter and he pulls out like a key with a card attached to it. He slides it to you.
You got the big suite.
Please send up a few bottles and some smoked meats and cheeses as well. Does anybody care for anything else?
Well, the tab has been paid.
That's good enough for me.
I
That
would
sounds
like
nice.
some milk with vodka.
And some loaves of bread too.
There.
He kind of nods. He's writing all this
Oh,
stuff
God.
down.
Yes,
Okay,
good call, Bay.
If you're getting some bread, please send up your herb butter.
Ooh.
Do you have any made?
Yeah, he's writing this like as he's talking, like he's got
So
like
good.
his trunk is writing everything down like, on the piece of paper as he's taking over, reaching over. He's got 3 arms.
Like, how fresh is the butter?
Shipment, Bronto shipment came in this morning.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. It's fine. Yeah, no, that
It's a lot
sounds good.
creamier.
Right.
Bronto butter is a lot creamier
And
than.
it's freshly made.
Are there any
Is it
games
still
of
yellow,
chance
or is it,
playing
like-
around
It's
in
a
this
very
town?
dark yellow.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Almost like
you
an
see
egg
several
yolk.
people. You see
Oh,
actually one
man.
guy.
Yes.
You see a group of people all around the table, and he seems to be one guy. There's 3 people kind of rolling against 3 other individuals. Kind of like it looks like a poker table, not even like a blackjack table, but
Okay.
they have dice in their hands.
They have dice.
They're
Oh,
playing a game of
shit.
dices.
They're playing dice, guys.
I mean, Mallory, I think you're more inclined to play dice than the rest of us.
You're really,
Time to cash in, Mal.
You're really good at dice games, right?
I asked the bartender, whatever, I forget his name.
Ludwig.
Look,
Yeah, I don't have money to play with though.
Do you have any Gnome Kingdom whiskey?
silver and 4 copper.
looks over. He goes,
No,
How we get to that? It's 20.
I do, but it's gonna cost you a penny too. Yes.
How about any Southern Coastal vintage wines?
looks over. He goes,
I do have that. Yes.
I'll take a bottle of that to go along with the food.
he reaches over, unlocks the key thing, opens up a little compartment, reaches over and grabs it's about this size bottle of wine. It's only about that size. It's actually very small. And he puts it on the table, hands it to you, and goes,
That will be 2 copper.
But it's on the tab with everything else for tonight.
There's a basic tab, and then there's extra on top.
If you start getting too fancy, the boss won't pay for it. It's
There's a certain limit
Unfortunate,
of
but-
things, basics.
Thank you for showing me the bottle, Ludwig.
he reaches back, takes it,
I give
It's
you
a Warner family vintage. You should hang on to that.
3 copper.
he puts it back on the shelf. He goes,
Welcome. No.
I'll keep that in mind for another time.
locks up the compartment.
I bring up a 2 silver, so you all get 3 copper.
Thank you.
Oh, all of us get 3 copper?
Ooh.
I'm so rich now, guys.
I was gonna say.
Just wait to actually hold on to the first gold piece.
Those
Yeah,
3
that
Yeah,
felt
you
heavy in that
platinum
bag,
piece.
man.
Even with just like my guys like hardcore survival, it's like even though I like things that I from my past, it's like I still don't want to spend. I don't even want to spend money up unless I absolutely have to.
Ludwig, first, can you line up a line up a round of shots for us? And then, is there anyone that needs to be taken care of tonight? I'm feeling kind of frisky.
He kind of looks over and he goes, points with his trunk to a corner over there.
Wealthy.
She's wealthy.
Healthy.
She's healthy.
Healthy.
But you know, I mean, like get into a fight, right?
Oh, that kind of.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not.
That's
I'm
not what you're saying.
not looking for anything intimate. I've been down that road and been burned.
He goes, kind of a weird question, but now I understand.
Yeah,
He wants a bar.
Yeah.
Looks over at you and goes,
You wait long enough, I'm pretty sure that one will get you into a bar fight.
Me?
Yes. I mean, a little unfortunate, but it could be true.
You take it outside.
Of course.
We're fighting.
Any damages I will repair.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Wait. Did you point out me?
Yes.
What? No, I don't want to fight them.
He's the whisperer. He knows all.
Right?
You can tell that a fight would start around you because you
Yeah.
probably steal something.
You do have sticky fingers.
And you did stumble through one of your attempts earlier in the day. You got it, but it could still cause problems.
You didn't see that. Nothing happened. I was just
Sure.
taking a rest.
Of course.
That was a beaver.
Yeah, there it was big.
They are
It's a
dangerous.
very big.
A big nasty beaver.
Mhm.
That's not going to get taken out of context.
No, never.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Lint.
You'll have to watch the replay, Matt. There was an instant with a beaver apparently earlier.
That made me fall out of window. That's it.
Yep.
That's all. Oh, I
It's a
still have those
sneaky
little
animal.
candlesticks.
What's up?
I have those
Said it's a
candlesticks I need
majestic
to
animal.
trade.
Oh yeah.
There's a pawn shop a few blocks down.
Well, maybe our parents can use it to make something nice out
Yeah.
of
Is
it.
there anything you guys want to do tonight, or it's up to you guys? Whatever you guys want to do.
Or they might be able to.
We still need to break into a church.
No.
No.
Good question. No,
I mean,
not
you
any
can.
longer.
That sounds fun.
I like the idea, but I don't like the odds.
Yeah.
The odds are pretty bad.
The suffering would be too much on our end, even though not yet.
Maybe
Actually-
a couple.
Let's put it under not yet, Bay.
Let's go somewhere where we can have a talk.
I'm sorry, is it Bay or is it May or is it Mel? I'm sorry.
It's Bane.
Bane.
Way off, but yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's with this one?
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't say that one drunk.
I don't want to.
I mean, honestly, should we, since we're going to be working together for a while, get to know each other a little bit more?
I think it's a good idea.
Do you want a booth or do you want to go to the suite?
The suite has more privacy with the things than
The boots are specially made
Or the
too,
boot.
so I mean it works.
There's no privacy from Ludwig
Ooh, that was a
himself,
good one.
but the suite would be the best place for us to have an open and honest conversation.
I'm not opposed to that.
All right, to the suite.
To the suite. Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yeah, you go upstairs, and sure enough, it's up pretty.
Is
nice.
it a key card? Is it one of those?
It's a
Oh,
key. There's a key.
Okay.
It's a key. Sure enough, you go into it's like a presidential suite essentially. There's a area where there's a place to sit down and enjoy. There's several couches. Seems pretty nice. There's a giant king size bed on the one side corner. There's a little smaller twin size bed on the other, like in the other room. One for privacy and one more for utility. There's a little kitchenette in the corner. Yeah, there's essentially you guys have this room for the night. Something that none of you guys have ever like. This kind of luxury is like crazy.
Are there
15 copper for a jar of jelly beans? Are you serious?
Yeah, do not. The Don will not pay for any. Don't take anything from the minibar.
Did you look at me when you said that, or did you look at someone else?
You, because you're the one fingering the jelly beans.
I'd already tested that boundary with that vintage wine.
I'm reading the list.
Just stick with the basics. Bottom shelf drinks. Simple foods.
Got it. Whiskey that'll make us blind.
This concludes today's episode of the Nerds of the North. If you enjoyed it, let us know. We will be posting our next video here in a couple weeks. Thank you again for watching. And I don't really have anything else, no announcements or anything else. So take care and bye, y'all.